Terminators.com.
Napa has the parts and the expertise to help your business stay ahead of the game. That's why Napa is a proud partner of the 2025 Atlanta Braves, two legends driven to win from the field to the open road. While Napa is powering fleets and garages across the country, the Braves are delivering pennants, MVPs, and championships. So no matter the size of your business, Napa are the pros that know how to keep you moving at full speed.
There are 444 winners through July 1st, so what are you waiting for? Hurry and play Cash 4 today to instantly win an extra $444 only from the Georgia Lottery.
Hello, Braves country. I'm Paul Bird, Braves alum. The Atlanta Braves are proud to partner with the Georgia Department of Behavioral Health and Developmental Disabilities to continue raising awareness of the 988 Lifeline. If you or someone you know is struggling emotionally, having thoughts of suicide or substance abuse problems, help is available 24/7. Call or text the Crisis Lifeline at 988. It's free and confidential. Remember, it is okay to not be okay.
Braves fans, everyone's first pick for ice cold refreshment is back at McDonald's. The Braves Frozen Fanta, a winning blend of Frozen Fanta Blue Raspberry and Frozen Fanta Wild Cherry. It's the MVP of flavor. And right now you can get a medium for only $1.99. That's what I call knocking your...
For 30 years, Renewal by Andersen has been the MVP for replacement windows and doors. They're proud to celebrate their 30th anniversary this month, taking care of Florida homes like yours. And that's why they're celebrating you with Renewal by Andersen's 30-year anniversary sale. All month, buy one, get one 30% off replacement windows and doors. Upgrade your home with Firex frames, custom made for a perfect fit, no gaps, no fading, and made right here in the USA. Book your free design consultation today at bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen. Superior products, exceptional service. Number CGC 1527613. Restrictions apply.
Spectrum Business keeps real businesses, like Rise Bakery, connected.
As a business owner, my Spectrum services help simplify my day. Everything we do is easier knowing that we've got a reliable connection. And it helps our business just run really smoothly. Even though our techniques are very ancient, we rely just as heavily on technology. Spectrum allows my business to go from surviving to thriving.
Keep your business running smoothly with Spectrum Internet, starting at $40 a month. Restrictions apply. Services not available in all areas.
If you're in a slip and fall accident, time is not on your side. Stores have video footage that's crucial evidence in your case. You've got to act quickly. Call Farah and Farah so we can preserve it before it disappears. Tampa.
Oh, watch for beans.
That sign says watch for bears. Here, let's find you an eye doctor on Zocdoc.
Look, Dr. Barker is in network.
That says Dr. Baker. Here, let me help. Reviews say he's very attentive. Dr. Cleaves has 5 stars and an opening tomorrow.
That's great.
Booked it.
Nice.
I'm a Hawk. And the Brewers wearing their home white tops, white pants, navy lettering, navy numerals outlined in gold. Brewers across the chest of their white uniforms. Behind the plate calling balls and strikes, it's Emil Jimenez. Doug Eddings is the crew chief. He's at first base. Derek Thomas, the second base umpire. And Mike Muchlinski is the third base umpire. Tire Discounters Round Tripper Home Run Promotion offers Braves fans a next-day instant savings on sets of select tires, plus a free alignment and a free oil change. The more homers the Braves hit, the bigger the deals at Tire Discounters. Learn more at tirediscounters.com/Braves. The leather for Milwaukee has Rhys Hoskins at first base. Bryce Terang is the second baseman. Joey Ortiz is at shortstop. And Caleb Durbin is the third baseman. In the outfield for Milwaukee, Isaac Collins is in left field. Jackson Churio, their fine young center fielder. Sal Frelick is in right field. The catcher is William Contreras. And on the mound, the right-hander Quinn Priester, 6'3", 210. He's from Cary, Illinois. That's about 75 miles south of here. The right-hander is 24 years old. This season, he's gone 3-2 with a 3.88 ERA. Now, he's made 11 appearances altogether, 7 of which have been as a starter. And his last start, Darren, came back on May 24th. Here lately, he's been a bulk guy, but out of the bullpen here of late. So it's been a while since he's been a starter.
Yeah, it'll be a little different for him. You know, these bulk guy, not many teams use him. The Braves certainly don't. But this Milwaukee's Brewers club, not afraid to use a guy like that out of the pen. But as you said, been a while since he's been the first one on the mound of the game. So we'll see how he does here tonight.
And there to greet him, it'll be Ronald Acuna, Austin Riley, and Matt Olson. As home plate umpire Emil Jimenez sweeps the plate clean. Ronald Acuna digs into the right-hand batter's box. Right-hander Quinn Priester looking in. He's ready. And now for the ball game. The first pitch misses high. Starting up tonight at 6:40 Central Time. 7:40 back home in Atlanta. And they're saying officially 69 degrees here at the ballpark. Here's the pitch all the way to Ronald Acuna. He takes a ball low and outside. Ronald had a nice night last night. Couple of walks. Also a big home run. That put the Braves on the board in the 5th inning. Scored a couple of runs last night. 2-0 pitch. And Acuna swings and pops one up. Foul ground. See if it'll reach the seats. Drifting over Rhys Hoskins at the sidewall. And that's about 4 rows deep down the right field line. So a 2-1 count on Acuna. The time of the first pitch, as always, brought to you by Schumann Farms. Look for Real Sweet brand Vidalia onions from Schumann Farms in a store near you. Yeah, these last 3 outings for Quinn Priester have all been on the road, and he's been coming out of the bullpen lately. In fact, this is his first appearance on this mound since May 19th, and like we mentioned, his first start, regardless of venue, since May 24th. 2-1 pitch to Acuna, and there's a called strike. The Brewers are 4-7 in games that feature Priester. And he's seen the Braves once before, been a few years. 2-2, punched up the middle to base it into center field. Might have cracked his bat, but Acuna's aboard. He's got himself a leadoff single. That time he saw a sinker, and these Braves hitters going to see a ton of those, aren't they, Darren?
They sure are. That's Priester's bread and butter there. A sinker and the slider as well. He does have 5 pitches, but the Brewers have been pretty open. They want him to focus on just those 2 pitches for the most part, the sinker and the slider. And then the curveball, the cutter, and the changeup are kind of icing on the cake. So Braves can see a lot of those 2 here tonight.
Runner at first for Austin Riley. And Riley swings and misses at a first pitch cutter. So the cutter, the curve, and the change, he can pepper him in.
Right.
But if he's really going well, it's sinker slider.
Yeah, when they traded for him, they asked him to simplify his repertoire and just focus on those 2 pitches.
No score. Just started. Here's the 0-1 pitch on the way to Austin Riley. Priester deals, and Riley fouls one back. Mentioned that the Braves have seen Priester once. That was in 2023 when he was with the Pirates. He got a no decision at a game in Atlanta where he gave up 4 runs on 9 hits. This right-hander grew up northwest of Chicago, grew up a Cubs fan, but now playing for the Brewers. 0-2 to Riley, and that'll miss low. Priester, former 18th overall selection by the Pirates in 2019, signed with Pittsburgh over his commitment to play collegiately at TCU. And he was traded to the Red Sox in 2024, then traded here in April. 1-2 to Riley. And he goes lunging after a slider for strike 3. So Priester with his first strikeout, and that slider looked pretty sharp.
Yeah, it sure did. Yeah, this Brewers rotation has been decimated by injuries this season, as many rotations around the league are right now. But that necessitated a trade there for Priester in April. And they paid out of the nose for him because he was, as you mentioned, a first-rounder and a big prospect. So to get a guy like that into your stable is not going to be cheap.
Runner at first, 1 out, no score. Here's Matt Olson. And Matt takes the ball up and in. Well, you never want to get into a situation where you're running low on pitching, but especially early in the season.
Yeah, they had something like 8 or 9 starting pitchers on the IL to start the season, and they just didn't have enough bodies to fill that rotation out.
1-0 to Olson. And Olson hits one in the air to left field, coming in and making a little jump catch in the air. Isaac Collins almost misjudged it, darted in, and realized that was hanging a little bit higher than he thought it was going to be.
Yeah, one interesting thing about Quinn Priester is when the Brewers got him, they asked him to throw his fastball down the middle. And that's not something you usually ask a major league pitcher to do, but his sinker does have good movement on it, and they wanted him to be in and around the strike zone more. So if you look at his heat map, he throws it down the middle. So hopefully these Braves can tee off on a few of those.
Bat in the hands of Marcell Ozuna. And he swings and misses the first pitch slider. He had to be thinking, you want me to do what? Do you want to win?
Yeah, right.
Throw it right down the middle. Now, to this point, it's worked out for a 3.88 ERA. A 1 from Priester. And a called strike. Another slider. That slider has been his best pitch here right out of the gate. Marcell Ozuna, 10 home runs on the season. Had a big RBI knock last night as he drove in RBIs 29 and 30 of the season with his 9th inning single. And now looking for a base hit to keep the thing alive here in the first inning for the Braves. Oh, 2 in the dirt. Good stop by Contreras.
Yeah, Priester is not a big swing and miss guy. You know, the sinker, usually not a big swing and miss pitch. The slider usually is, but he's only striking out 15% of hitters. And that's single-digit percentile in the league, so not a big part of his game.
His 1-2 pitch. And Ozuna takes a ball low and outside. Laid off the slider, so the count even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Last night, they announced just over 25,000 of the ballpark. We had the roof closed last night. But we were treated to a beautiful evening here in Wisconsin tonight. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And Ozuna sends one foul. And a beautiful day here in Milwaukee all day today. Temperature in the low 70s. And like I mentioned, roof open. I can't see a cloud anywhere. Ronald Acuna singled to lead off the game. Since then, a strikeout of Riley and a flyout of Olsen. Two to Ozuna. He'll swing and send one foul over by the Braves dugout. Well, the Braves a winner last night. A 7-1 victory to end a 7-game losing streak. So that means the Braves are looking for consecutive wins for the first time. And how about this? 3.5 weeks. Been way too long since the Braves have had consecutive wins. They've lost 15 of their last 20 games. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And Ozuna grounds one sharply to third, but up with it is Durbin. Sends it down to second. That cuts down Acuna, and that ends the top of the first inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. We played a half inning. Braves nothing, and the Brewers coming up when we come back.
Are you in the market for a mortgage? If you're borrowing for a big...
For 30 years, Renewal by Andersen has been the MVP for replacement windows and doors. They're proud to celebrate their 30th anniversary this month, taking care of Florida homes like yours. And that's why they're celebrating you with Renewal by Andersen's 30-year anniversary sale. All month, buy one, get one 30% off replacement windows and doors. Upgrade your home with Firex frames, custom made for a perfect fit, no gaps, no fading, and made right here in the USA. Book your free design consultation today at bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen. Superior products, exceptional service. Number CGC 1527613. Restrictions apply.
If you've been in a big truck accident, you need a lawyer that specializes in big trucks. A lawyer who knows all the federal traffic rules that can affect your case.
And who can navigate the complex web of laws dealing with the trucking company, the leasing company, the shipper, and all the other details that can complicate your case.
At Farah & Farah, we've seen it all, and we're ready to go the long haul to fight for you. Tampa.
Spectrum Business keeps real businesses, like Rise Bakery, connected.
As a business owner, my Spectrum services help simplify my day. Everything we do is easier knowing that we've got a reliable connection. And it helps our business just run really smoothly. Even though our techniques are very ancient, we rely just as heavily on technology. Spectrum allows my business to go from surviving to thriving.
Keep your business running smoothly with Spectrum Internet, starting at $40 a month. Restrictions apply. Services not available in all areas.
In communities across the country, hourly Amazon employees...
Aloft Hotels, different by design.
Hey everybody, Buck Bellew here. When the Braves don't play at 7, join me for the new Buck Bellew Show here on The Fan, 680 and 93.7, home of the Braves.
Into the bottom of the first inning, no score. Brewers come to the plate to take their first hacks at Grant Holmes, who goes to the firing line for the 13th time this season as a starter, 14th time altogether. Had one relief appearance earlier this season. He'll face Bryce Terang. He climbs in. First pitch, a called strike. Got a fastball over 95 on the inside corner to the left-handed hitter. The leather for Atlanta has Matt Olson at first base. Ozzie Albies at second. Nick Allen at short. Austin Riley at third. A 1-2 Terang fouled back. Eli White in left field tonight. Michael Harris roaming center field. Ronald Acuna is in right field. Sean Murphy is the catcher. Grant Holmes is the pitcher. 29-year-old right-hander from Conway, South Carolina. 6 feet tall, 226 pounds. 0-2 pitch. And he hits the outside corner with a curveball. Well, that came down the street and around the corner. As it nipped the outside corner as Terang goes down looking. Nice pitch.
Boy, if Grant keeps getting that pitch about a ball outside, he's going to have a great night. Emil Jimenez being very generous out there. Grant loves to throw that breaking ball away to lefties, so that could be a little bit of wind in his sails.
That brings Jackson Churio to the plate. Churio swings wildly and misses at a slider. The look on Terang's face when he was rung up on that strike 3 was a look that said, what am I supposed to do with that pitch? You think I could make contact with that thing? Here's the 0-1 pitch all the way to Churio. And he'll swing and miss at a fastball, 0-2. Because you're right, it was barely scraping the outside corner, if at all. And the Braves will take it. Grant Holmes, 3-4 this season, a 3.99 ERA. And again, his 13th start of the season. His last outing was on the 5th of June. That was against Arizona. Went 3 1/3 innings. That was in the Braves' colossal collapse in the 9th inning versus Arizona. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Missed up and in with a fastball. Grant got a no decision, of course, in that game. And that game was similar to other starts we've seen out of Grant Holmes, where the first 2-3 innings, he'll be on cruise control, looking good, and then all of a sudden, stuff just eludes him. 1-2 low and outside. And we were talking with Snittle about that a little bit before the game, and he chalked it up to a lack of focus.
Yeah, it's a really curious phenomenon. You know, he went 9 up, 9 down, and just completely lost it in that 4th inning. Didn't get a batter out in the first 5 for Arizona.
2-2 to Churio. Big chopper, left side, charging Allen. Backhands, gets rid of it quickly. Bang, bang play, not in time. Churio runs well. The Brewers as a team run well. And that time, Churio able to beat it out.
Yeah, this Brewers lineup tonight has 5+ runners in it, and Churio is probably the best out of all of them, so that would have been a tough play for anybody there to make. Going back to Grant, yes, it could be. Usually we talk about a pitcher struggling in the 3rd time through the lineup. He's been struggling more often the 2nd time through the lineup. His ERA in the 4th inning alone is over a 10.
Contreras takes a ball outside. All right, well, let me ask you this. You tell me if I'm on or not. We'll see fastball, slider, curve primarily out of him.
Yes.
I mean, he's got a cutter, a change, and a sinker. But his best pitches are those first 3. Fastball, slider, change. 1 ball and no strikes. Here's the pitch on the way to Contreras. Long pause. Now a throw over and back in Churio. Do you feel like he's showing them his best pitches that first trip through, and then the second trip through, they've seen those pitches already, a little bit more familiar?
I don't think that's unreasonable. I think it's more so, to me, it looks like he's just not executing any pitches in that 4th inning. He's not throwing it where he wants to.
Just missed inside with a fastball there.
You know, with the first 3 innings, his last start against the Diamondbacks, he had 3 strikeouts in the first 9. Nobody reached. He was cruising. They're like, okay, Grant's going to go 6, 7, 8 innings here today. And in the 4th, it looked like he'd never pitched before.
Right. 2-0 to Contreras. And there's a strike, able to get a slider over.
And more often you see that out of starters in the 1st inning, or when they're tiring in the 3rd time through the lineup, they have a big bump up in ERA. But that's why, honestly, I don't have much experience to give you an idea of what's happening for him.
2-1 pitch. Just low it in with a slider. So 3-1 on Contreras. Braves have gone 5-8 this season in Grant Holmes appearances. And this is the 2nd time in his career he's seen the Brewers. Saw them right here on this field last year. 3-1. A little bit low with a slider. So after a strikeout of Terang, he gave up an infield single to Churio, and now a walk to Contreras. And that puts the bat in the hands of Jake Bauers. For Holmes, last season, if you were paying attention to the Braves, you know that Holmes was a Swiss Army knife for the Braves. He could come in late in the game. He could start. He could be a long relief guy, whatever they needed. Well, last year they tried him out as a starter for the first time in July, and his very start in the big leagues was on this field here last year. Jake Bauers takes a ball low.
Yeah, I certainly remember that one. You know, it was his introduction to the starting rotation. Nobody really knew how it was going to go. But it was a pretty good one, I would say.
Yeah, went 5 innings, gave up just 1 run on 1 hit. The hit he allowed last year was a home run to Rhys Hoskins, but he got a no decision in a game the Braves lost. No score, bottom of the first. Brewers threatening. 1-0 to Bowers. Ball low and inside from Grant Holmes. I remember chatting with Grant the very next day. And Grant, he's a man of few words sometimes. And I said, so what'd you think about yesterday? He said, no big deal. Back just a little bit sore. That was it. 2-0 pitch. Ground ball out to first. Olsen has got it to second. They get 1. Allen O to first. Grant covering, not in time. Put him off the bag. Holding at third base, Churio. Did a nice job just to make that a close play over there at first base. But it's a 3-6 put out of Contreras. Bowers down to first base on the fielder's choice. And runners to the corners. But, yeah, for Grant, it was like it was no big deal. His lower back is just a little bit more sore than normal.
And what stands out about that start to me is he struck out 7 out of the first 8, 7 out of his first 8 outs were strikeouts. And it was just like, okay, this will do in the starting rotation, right? Because nobody had any idea how that was going to go. But, yeah, he's been a good starter for the Braves.
2 down for Rhys Hoskins. First pitch he sees in the dirt, smothered by Murphy. Churio went a long way off the bag at third. Murphy finally grabbed it. But I think for Grant, he doesn't, if he's phased at all by whatever they ask him to do, he doesn't show it. He seems like the kind of guy where he'd say, just tell me what you want me to do, give me the ball.
Yeah, I think he's past all that from his 10 years in the minor leagues. You know, he's just here enjoying every day, just grateful to be here pitching. He'll pitch whenever you ask him to.
Righty-righty matchup against Hoskins. 1-0 pitch. And a strike on the outside corner. Good slider. We're scoreless in the bottom of the first, and Grant Holmes trying to keep it that way. 1-1 to Hoskins. And he missed outside with a slider. Valvoline Instant Oil Change is a proud partner of your Atlanta Braves. Visit your neighborhood Valvoline for a stay-in-your-car oil change done in about 15 minutes. No appointment needed. This will be Grant's 20th pitch here in the first inning. The 2-1. Nothing wrong with that. Good fastball on the inside corner for a strike.
Yeah, his four-seamer has a little cut action on it, so when that's coming into a righty, that looks like a ball in and then cuts back over for a strike. Really beautiful pitch.
Ready with his 2-2. And he deals. And he gets him lunging at a slider for strike 3. Very well executed by Grant Holmes. He bookends the first inning with strikeouts. Works around the single and the walk. We head to the top of the second. No score.
Yo, champs, blaze your trail with Georgia's own Simple.
For 30 years, Renewal by Andersen has been the MVP for replacement windows and doors. They're proud to celebrate their 30th anniversary this month, taking care of Florida homes like yours. And that's why they're celebrating you with Renewal by Andersen's 30-year anniversary sale. All month, buy one, get one 30% off replacement windows and doors. Upgrade your home with Firex frames, custom made for a perfect fit, no gaps, no fading, and made right here in the USA. Book your free design consultation today at bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen. Superior products, exceptional service. Number CGC 1527613. Restrictions apply.
Real businesses like Malibu Apothecary rely on Spectrum to keep them connected.
We're a fragrance company, but we also have a lot of technology that we use. Spectrum is really the backbone of any of the business we do here. Having a reliable, fast internet service that can fit my budget is really great. I traded a 9 to 5 for a 5 to 9. It's a lot of work, but I love it.
Spectrum Business Internet starts at $40 a month when bundled. Learn more at spectrum.com/business. Restrictions apply. Services not available in all areas.
Rollovers, head-on collisions, hit and runs, you name it, we've litigated it.
And while insurance companies joke about the mayhem that occurs on roadways, we've seen the real effects. Lost lives, catastrophic injury, cars crushed like soda cans. And trust us, there's nothing funny about it.
If you've been in a crash, count on our experienced attorneys to seek full justice and all the money your case is worth.
For a fairer fight, you know who to call. Farah and Farah, Tampa. Life doesn't stop after you've been involved in a car accident. You've got things to do and places to be. If your car is damaged...
Braves nothing, Brewers nothing. Into the top of the second inning alongside Darren O'Day. And our producer-engineer, Jonathan Chadwick. Ben Ingram here with you. Michael Harris climbing in for the Braves. It'll be Harris, Albies, and Murphy. Pitch on the way from Priester. And there's a called strike. This is the Toyota Stolen Base Challenge inning. And at the Braves, still a base here at the top of the second. Our contestant, Calvin White, will win $450 in free Marathon gas cards. 0-1, swung on miss. Cutter elevated that Harris couldn't find. You can enter the Toyota Stolen Base Challenge by visiting Braves.com/Stolen Base Challenge. Our contestant, Calvin White, you got some speedsters due up this inning. See if they can get on base, steal a base. Here's the 0-2, swung on, missed. Harris strikes out, going after a high cutter for strikes 2 and 3. And one down, and right now let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Braves Radio Network.
Every Atlanta Braves game, live on the air and streaming free on the app.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan.
Ozzy Albies climbing in. Looking to get on base, something he's been very good at lately. Takes a sinker low. Ozzy Albies has reached base safely in a career-best 24 straight games. 1-0 pitch, and he pops one up. Just back to the infield cutout. Durbin and Ortiz, the third baseman and shortstop, go back. And right on the foul line, about 30 feet back of the infield cutout, it's caught by Caleb Durbin. And Ozzy Albies is 0 for 2, or rather 0 for 1 with 2 down in the inning. But finishing that thought on Ozzy Albies, in this stretch of his last 24 games, he's hitting .291 and has an on-base percentage of .402, and that's really been big for him. He's needed that kind of an offensive surge.
Yeah, he came out of the gate pretty slow, but, you know, Braves fans know Ozzy pretty well. There is some streakiness to his game, so there's a lot of things going on in his swing. You know, medium-sized man, short king, big bat. Takes a lot of timing to get it right.
Sean Murphy with a ground ball up the middle. That'll find a hole and a base hit into center field. 2-out single by Murphy. He's aboard. Snit before the game, very complimentary of these two Braves catchers, Baldwin and Murphy. Not only for what they've done offensively, but primarily for what they've been behind the plate, especially against base runners. And this Brewers team puts up a pretty big challenge for those guys.
Yeah, they got a bunch of jackrabbits on their team, so these Braves catchers will be tested in the series. Drake Baldwin passed his first one with flying colors yesterday.
Yeah, he was great last night. Eli White to the plate. First pitch slider low and outside.
Both of these catchers have been putting in the time, and they're both graded out as above average throwers now, and that was a big question mark with Drake Baldwin from the beginning.
1-0 pitch. Ball low and outside, 2-0.
You know, Murph coming over from Oakland, he was known for his defense. He had a cannon arm. He had the strongest catcher's right arm in the league for a while. It's slowed down a couple miles an hour, but he's still practicing, still refining his technique, and still very good.
Hitters count, 2-0 pitch and foul into the seats down the right field line. Well, it's hard to play the Brewers and not think about what might have been. Think about that trade, Murphy and Contreras. Murphy coming to the Braves, Contreras traded to the Brewers. That was a three-way deal. 2-1 pitch, and Eli with a humpback liner to right field. That's down for a base hit. Murphy around second. He'll test the arm of Frelick. He hits the cutoff man. They hold there. And the base hit by Eli White puts him in the corners with 2 down.
That was an aggressive move there by Murph, and I like it. It was a good read. Not known for his wheels, but a good job taking the extra base there. Now the wild pitch is in play.
And the bat will be in the hands of Nick Allen. Yeah, that was a great read by Murphy, because you know the last thing you want is to be the final out at third base. And he went in without a throw. Now a base hit could put the Braves on the board. We're currently scoreless. In the top of the second here in Milwaukee. First pitch to Allen. And he missed high with a cutter. Nick Allen 0 for 4 last night. Put the ball in play 4 times, but he had nothing to show for his efforts. 1-0 to Allen. Called strike. Sinker on the outside corner.
Yeah, last night Allen hit the ball pretty solidly, but the problem was he had the launch angles off. He was hitting fly balls instead of what we saw in the beginning of his time here. Was hitting a lot of line drives, and he's going to get a lot more hits Doesn't quite have the pop to get over the wall, so let's hit some line drives.
1-1. Fouled back and took a bite out of Contreras on his way back to the backstop. And a 1-2 count on Allen. Well, everything that you just said about Allen could also have been said for some of those games in San Francisco. Made some good contact in those games out there, but not a whole lot to show for it. Now looking for a base hit to drive in the run. He has a dozen RBIs this season. Runners at the corners, 2 down. Long pause by Priester. And now the 1-2. Check swing. They appeal, and he didn't go, says first base umpire Doug Eddings.
I would say the expectations with Allen are to play phenomenal defense and give you good at-bats. And I think in the last, I'd say 6-7 games, I think his at-bats, the quality of them has become much more consistent. And he's giving you good at-bats, hitting the ball hard.
He awaits the 2-2. Here it comes. Check swing, and he did go for strike 3. So a cutter fans Allen. And now both pitchers have pitched through jams and come through unscathed. We head to the bottom of the second inning, no score.
Ameris isn't just a bank. We're your bank.
For 30 years, Renewal by Andersen has been the MVP for replacement windows and doors. They're proud to celebrate their 30th anniversary this month, taking care of Florida homes like yours. And that's why they're celebrating you with Renewal by Andersen's 30-year anniversary sale. All month, buy one, get one 30% off replacement windows and doors. Upgrade your home with 5X frames, custom made for a perfect fit, no gaps, no fading, and made right here in the USA. Book your free design consultation today at bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen. Superior products, exceptional service. Number CGC 1527613. Restrictions apply.
How do we respond to lowball offers from insurance companies?
With relentless litigation. For the justice you're entitled to after an accident, you know who to call.
Make it a FARA fight. Fair and FARA.
Tampa.
A spring day is the most righteous time to invite some friends over, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and get outside. Because when the outdoors calls, it's good to have exhilarating ice-cold refreshment to answer.
Mountain with lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Ever wanted to stay on vacation longer? Us too. With Vrbo's long stay discounts, you can stay longer and save more on select properties. Gotta love a win-win. Book the perfect summer getaway today with Vrbo Private Vacation Rentals. Your future self will thank you later.
If you're in a slip and fall accident, time is not on your side. Stores have video footage that's crucial evidence in your case. You've got to act quickly. Call Farah and Farah so we can preserve it before it disappears. Tampa.
On 680 The Fan.
Rolling into the bottom of the second here at American Family Field in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Braves and the Brewers in the second game of the series, currently scoreless. That'll be Frelick, Collins, and Durbin, 6, 7, and 8 in Pat Murphy's order. First pitch swung on a miss by Sal Frelick. Small piece of leather, but well put together. Sal Frelick, 5'8", 188, out of Boston, Massachusetts. 25 years old. 0-1 pitch. Holmes missed the inside corner with a curveball. Frelick, 3 seasons at Boston College, as he was all ACC there for the Eagles. Played in the 2023 WBC with Team Italy. 1-1 pitch. Hit him as high. 2 balls and a strike. And last night, Frelick 0 for 4 in the game. Two-one pitch. And a called strike. Curveball on the outside corner to Frelick. Holmes 2-2. Missed high and outside. Mentioned the height and weight for Frelick, which makes his numbers in high school even more impressive, especially on the gridiron, where he was a quarterback who threw for 30 touchdowns and was named the State Football Player of the Year. Only 5'8". 3-2 pitch. Missed high and outside. Leadoff walk to Frelick. I'm guessing he was scrambling a pretty good bit.
That is pretty impressive. 5'8", slinging it over the big fellows in front. He reminds me of Brett Gardner. He's got a similar size, body, and like fiery demeanor. Very kind of stands out the way he plays the game.
Yeah, it's a good comparison. No score, bottom of the second. Bunt shown by Collins, and he bunts one foul over by the Braves dugout. Folks, only the original Louisiana brand hot sauce is bold enough to be the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. The original Louisiana brand hot sauce. That's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some. On 1 on Collins. We didn't see him last night. Pitch on the way to him. And a called strike. Matter of fact, Collins and Frelick about the same stature. They're both listed at 5'8", 188. Collins a switch hitter, but batting from the left side like Frelick did right before him. 0-2 pitch misses high, 1-2. Almost like twins up there in the order. Collins from Maple Grove, Minnesota. Played 3 seasons at Creighton. Pick off over to first base, and Frelick back in with a dive. No score, bottom of the second, as Isaac Collins digs back in. Frelick, good lead over there at first base, held by Matt Olson. 1-2 pitch and a bouncer to second base. Ozzie underhands to second for 1. Allen over to first base and a double play. 4-6-3. Excellent job by Albies, Allen, and Olson to turn it over.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Ozzie got rid of that ball in a split second. His weight was moving, taking him in towards second base. Got rid of it as fast as he could. Nice turn by Allen. Had to be perfect because Collins was scooting down the line.
That's a tough tandem to double up right there.
It really is.
Frelick and Collins. No score, bottom of the second. Base is empty, 2 down for Caleb Durbin. And Durbin takes a first pitch cutter outside. Brewers threatened in the bottom of the first inning. They had runners at the corners, couldn't score. Braves had the same threat in the top of the second. They couldn't score. 1-0 to Durbin. Fouled off the gear of Sean Murphy in a 1-1 count. They give Murphy a second to adjust his jaw. Got his bell rung a little bit on that foul ball.
Looking at the scoreboard, Durbin is listed at 5'7", 183. So they got some mighty mites at the bottom of this lineup. I think that's a symptom of the Brewers kind of always winning the division here and getting lower draft picks. You know, you're not going to get the big old donkeys at the top of the round, so they're always pretty successful.
1-1 pitch. Well, the man in the on-deck circle, Ortiz, probably feels like a giant compared to those guys. He's 5'10", 183. Scoreless on the bottom of the second. Here's the 2-1 from Holmes. Check swing. He did commit on the slider. And a 2-2 count on Caleb Durbin. Right-hander Holmes looking into his catcher, Sean Murphy. 2-2 to Durbin. Got him swinging. Good slider. Funny swing. Up with it now. Murphy sends it down to the inside of the bag for the strikeout as it was dropped momentarily. Well, that strikeout ends the inning. So a double play and a strikeout. Get Holmes through the second. We go to the top of the third. No score.
Braves fans, this is Mike Morgan, founder and CEO of...
For 30 years, Renewal by Andersen has been the MVP for replacement windows and doors. They're proud to celebrate their 30th anniversary this month, taking care of Florida homes like yours. And that's why they're celebrating you with Renewal by Andersen's 30-year anniversary sale. All month, buy one, get one 30% off replacement windows and doors. Upgrade your home with Firex frames, custom made for a perfect fit, no gaps, no fading, and made right here in the USA. Book your free design consultation today at bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen. Superior products, exceptional service. Number CGC 1527613. Restrictions apply.
When you've been in a crash and your mind's racing.
When you've fallen in a store and are blaming yourself.
When you've been hurt at work and you don't know what to do.
Or if you've been the victim of a medical mistake, we've got you.
We've got what it takes to prove a case that the insurance companies can't ignore.
With decades of experience and a track record of winning for our clients.
Farah and Farah.
Tampa.
A spring day is the most righteous time to invite some friends over, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and get outside. Because when the outdoors calls, it's good to have exhilarating ice-cold refreshment to answer.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run. And the
Darren O'Day, Ben Ingram here with you on the pitch all the way to Ronald Acuna. Swung on, missed. First pitch slider. Well, you and I have seen now 34 pitches out of Quinn Priester, and there's something that has really jumped out to you that's been surprising from what you've seen. We're talking about a sinker and slider. 0-1, bouncer up the middle. That escapes into the outfield. Acuna's 2 for 2. Turned around a 94-mile-an-hour sinker. And Ronald with a couple of singles in this game now. That'll bring Riley to the plate. But with what you've observed, there's another pitch in his arsenal that's looked pretty sharp.
Yeah, we talked about the sinker and the slider. I said the other stuff was just icing on the cake. But he's really leaning on that cutter here tonight. He's throwing it about twice as often as he normally does. And it's 94 miles an hour with great action. So I did read some reports of his velocity bumping up here a little bit lately.
Austin Riley climbs in. Takes a bad slider outside. Not tempting at all for Austin. 1-0.
He's really using that cutter well at the top of the zone against the Braves lefties.
One out to Riley. He'll swing and send one foul up into the third deck along the first base line. Xfinity knows live baseball is better with less freezing at the plate, and that's why we deliver Wi-Fi built for streaming with ultra-low lag. Get the fastest connection to the Braves and stream more of the biggest moments from the best seat in the house with Xfinity. 1-1 to Riley. High, laid off a sinker. This is the beginning of the second trip to the order for the Braves. As Acuna just singled, now Riley seeing Priester for the first time. Take that back for the second time, of course. First time struck out. 2-1 pitch. That'll be fouled back. 2-2.
Something we've been talking about lately is when Ronald Acuna is going to decide to start stealing bases again. And as Snit said a few days ago, it's up to Ronald. But these leads he's taken are maybe 2 to 3 steps off the base. Very conservative over there.
Riley awaits. And the 2-2 pitch. Check swing, fouled off by the Brewers dugout.
To the point where he's not even really getting a lot of pickoffs attempts over there at first. And whenever he does decide to go, I think he's got that first one stolen pretty easily because the pitchers aren't even paying attention to him now.
You think about the leads that Ronald was getting a year ago, 2 years ago. 2-2 and a called third strike. Austin knew it. Right at the top of the zone with a sinker. He goes down looking. He's now 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. That'll bring Matt Olson up to the plate. Olson is 0 for 1 with a fly out to left field. And Matt has 39 RBIs this season. 10 of those have come in the last 10 games. Olson takes a ball high. Yes, 6 of his 8 hits in this stretch have gone for extra bases here recently. And it's been a good road trip for him personally. But about a quarter of his RBIs this season coming in the last 10 games. 1-0 pitch. And he takes a called strike. Pretty good looking slider.
Yeah, Matt has 14 home runs in the season, 7 of those coming in just the last 21 games. So he's on a little bit of a power binge here.
1-1, high and outside, 2-1. Those bleachers in right field looking pretty welcoming right now to continue that power binge. He's got his average of 237 to go along with the 14 homers and 39 RBIs. No score, top of the third. This will be Priester's 45th pitch of the game. Acuna takes a lead, pitch to Olsen, and he swings and misses at a sinker to even the count up at 2. Quinn Priester with 4 strikeouts in the game. He hasn't walked anyone yet. He's given up 4 singles. 2-2. And a swing and a miss at a slider. That was a slider that just went straight down upon its approach to the plate. Dive bombing slider. Olsen is out number 2 here in the inning.
I believe at the beginning of the game I said he doesn't strike many people out. He's his 6th percentile strikeout rate, just striking out 15% of batters, and I think that number is going up here tonight.
But he's mixing it up pretty well.
He is.
Cutter, sinker, slider, all been sharp. Marcell Ozuna lets it rip at a slider and missed every stitch of it. 0-1. Right-hander Priester comes set. And his 0-1 pitch. Ozuna sends one foul up into the 3rd deck. Priester with a black glove on his left hand. Ben at the waist looking into his catcher Contreras. And Acuna, modest lead at first base, held by Rhys Hoskins. Right-hander straightens, and the 0-2 to Ozuna. Low it outside with a slider. We mentioned that the roof is open tonight, so are the outfield panels. Got a little breeze coming in from right center. His 1-2 pitch. Missed high. Way up with that cutter.
Yeah, it's a nice treat to have the roof open here. I don't recall playing too many games here under these conditions. It's a beautiful stadium when it's open.
Yeah, I love working here with the roof open. 2-2 to Ozuna. That's low and outside. There have been some years where the Braves will play here early in the season. You got no shot for the roof to be open then. But here in the now 2nd week of June, you're starting to get to that time of the season where they will have it open a little bit more often. And it is a treat tonight. 3-2 pitch, and that's hit well out to deep left field. Cheerio, Collins going to go back to the warning track, and that's caught by Collins on the track in deep left. And Ozuna just missed it, and the Braves get nothing after the leadoff single from Acuna. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left. Into the bottom of the 3rd we go, no score.
For 30 years, Renewal by Andersen has been the MVP for replacement windows and doors. They're proud to celebrate their 30th anniversary this month, taking care of Florida homes like yours. And that's why they're celebrating you with Renewal by Andersen's 30-year anniversary sale. All month, buy one, get one 30% off replacement windows and doors. Upgrade your home with Firex frames, custom made for a perfect fit, no gaps, no fading, and made right here in the USA. Book your free design consultation today at bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen. Superior products, exceptional service. Number CGC 1527613. Restrictions apply.
Here's what the car insurance companies may think they know after a car crash. They know you probably don't know what your claim is worth, or how to calculate pain and suffering, lost wages and future earnings, current and future medical expenses, or diminished value to your car. But guess what? We do. And if we don't win your case, you owe us nothing. For a fairer fight, you know who to call. Farah and Farah. Tampa.
A spring day is the most righteous time to invite some friends over, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and get outside. Because when the outdoors calls, it's good to have exhilarating ice-cold refreshment to answer.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Every game night is a chance to go big with MLB Big Inning. Turn on baseball's only nightly show that brings you the biggest plays of the night, live and commercial-free.
Strikes him out.
No one stacks more clutch plays into one live show.
Brave tickets every weekday morning in the locker room during the 7 a.m. hour on the radio home of the Atlanta Braves, 680 The Fan.
Braves nothing, Brewers nothing. Into the bottom of the 3rd inning, 9-1-2 coming up for Milwaukee. That'll be Ortiz, Turang, and Cheerio. Alongside Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick, Ben Ingram here with you for the middle game in this series. Joey Ortiz takes the ball up and in. Pretty good crowd tonight on a Tuesday evening with the roof open. Braves a winner last night, 7-1 over the Brewers. 1-0 pitch. Line shot into right center field. Joey Ortiz is aboard. Ortiz had a double last night. Takes a big turn around first here, but then throws on the brakes. And he'll be satisfied with a leadoff single.
And both of his hits this series have been fastballs up in the zone, just throwing his hands at it. So that's something these Braves pitchers will notice and put that into their mental scouting report. All right, if I throw a fastball up to this guy, it's got to be in against him instead of away. That's where his 2 hits have come from.
Ortiz is over there getting lots of instructions from their first base coach, Julio Bourbon. Ball up and into Bryce Terang. And a visit to the mound as Murphy's going to go out there and visit with Grant Holmes. Folks, you need all the energy you can get for game day. And at Georgia Power, we know that energy costs are an important part of every budget. And we're committed to providing tools and assistance to make a difference. You can save energy for the game. Learn more at georgiapower.com/myenergy.
And that Ortiz hit coming on a Grant Holmes four-seamer. If there's one weak spot in Grant's repertoire, it has been that four-seamer against right-handed batters. They're hitting a cool .355 against it with 5 home runs and only 6 strikeouts against. So that's something that Grant's going to have to get better with that against those righties if he wants to get to the level he knows he can.
Pick off over to first base. Adam leaning, but he's back in with a dive. And typically, when we're talking about bad outings for Holmes or maybe moments in a game where he gets into trouble, it's walks and those home runs you're talking about.
It is, yeah. Especially on that four-seamer to righties.
Facing the lefty Terang. Check swing and a called strike on a slider at the bottom of the zone.
Now, if we're going to talk bad, we're going to talk good. That slider, hitters, both hands only hitting 133 against that slider. That thing's a weapon.
1-1 pitch. And a strike on the outside corner. Home plate umpire Emil Jimenez thought it was strike 3, and he just rung up Terang. That's only 2 strikes. And Emil says, okay, relax, my bad. That was a 1-1 pitch in there for a strike, and he just rung him up.
And Terang must be feeling like he's got it out for him. Remember, he called him out on strikes in the first inning on a ball that was way outside.
1-2. He missed low of the slider. I would think that would be about the most embarrassing thing that could happen for an umpire. Getting the count wrong and ringing a guy up when it's 1 or 2 strikes. 2-2. And a whiff and a miss at a curveball. Strikeout number 4 for Grant Holmes. Earlier on this road trip, we saw an umpire forget how many strikes there were.
Yeah.
And just have a regular strike ball for a 3rd strike. But the ringing him up on strike 2 is significantly more embarrassing.
Definitely worse, yeah.
And that's got to make you laugh if you're on the mound. There's Jackson Churio. Runner at first, 1 out. Pick off over to first base and back into the dive Ortiz. Pitch to Churio. And a ball up and in. We were talking about Churio last night. How talented he is, such a young age, just 21 years old. Comes from a very talented family. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And a strike. Good cutter on the outside corner. Churio has a younger brother, Jason, who is in the Guardians organization. He's an outfielder. And they have very high hopes for him in Cleveland. 1-1 pitch. And a fly ball to deep center. Michael Harris spinning back, going back to the track. Michael to the wall. And bounces off the top of the wall back into play. Racing around third base now Ortiz. He'll come in and score. They are signaling home run. And I think the Braves might want to take a peek at it. Churio was digging around the bases, but then the horn went off. Fireworks are blasting overhead. And he slows down and takes the trot. And as it stands now, it's 2-0 in favor of Milwaukee. Home run by Churio, his 11th of the year. RBIs 38 and 39. home run ball gets Grant Holmes in trouble. William Contreras swings and misses. That was to straightaway center, and it looked like it hit off the top of the wall and then maybe hit the batter's eye and then came back. And that's exactly what happened. Oh, on to Contreras. And he just about hit him with a fastball.
Yeah, this is the Brewers offense, much like the Braves before last night. It has been struggling. Brewers only scored 5 runs in their last 4 games. So that must feel pretty good to them getting those 2 on the board.
Swing and a miss by Contreras to the slider. Yeah, offensively, the Brewers have certainly had struggles. 1-2 pitch. Missed outside with a slider. They were shut out twice in the series against the Padres. Two from Holmes. Hopped up towards foul ground into the seats down the right field line. So a single, a strikeout, and a 2-run homer. And now the 2-2 pitch on the way to William Contreras. Check swing on a slider. They appeal, and he didn't go, according to Doug Eddings at first base. Right-hander Holmes looking into his catcher, Sean Murphy. Trying to find a way to get Contreras. 3-2, and Contreras hammers one to deep left center field. That flies to the wall and off the wall on the fly. Playing the Karam Harris, sends it in. A one-hop throw to second, and by the time it arrives to Ozzie Albies, Contreras is in there with a feet-first slide and a one-out double. Very hard-hit balls this inning for the Brewers.
Yeah, that was a fastball down and in. Contreras just getting the barrel to it. I think it was 107 off the bat. That ball was smoked. Luckily to the deepest part of the ballpark. Didn't quite have the right launch angle.
Now it's Jake Bauers. 2-0 Brewers, bottom of the 3rd. Bauers takes the ball outside. Grant Holmes up to 54 pitches now as he continues to work here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. He's not had a clean inning yet. Faced the minimum in the 2nd inning, but that was after a leadoff walk and a double play. 1-0 pitch fouled back into the screen and a 1-1 count. Last night, the Brewers were off balance all night versus Chris Sale. They found their balance here in the 3rd inning. And a called strike, curveball in the outside corner. 1-2 on Jake Bauers. Brewers 2, Braves nothing here in the bottom of the 3rd. Holmes a glance to second, leg kick in the 1-2, and a ground ball weakly at the first baseline, and now rolling foul.
You mentioned last night Jackson Chourio, youngest player to have 20 stolen bases, 20 home runs. He's got 12 now on the, or excuse me, 11 on the season. I think at some point that guy's going to win an MVP. I think he's a Ronald Acuna Jr. type of player. I think he's got all the tools you could want.
He's got that kind of talent. And so young. Again, the 1-2. Check swing. That'll work. They appeal down to Mike Muchlinski, the third base umpire, who rings up Jake Bauers. 2 down here in the 3rd inning. And now it's Rhys Hoskins up to the plate. Well, the Brewers did a pretty nice job, Darren, to your point, of identifying that early on Chourio, giving him a 8-year deal as a 20-year-old. And they are thrilled about him. And it's Chourio's homer that's given the Brewers this early 2-0 lead, cutting it loose and missing Hoskins on a fastball.
Was that was before he even played the major leagues, I believe. It was kind of a precedent-setting deal.
Yeah. 0-1, a called strike. Boy, last year was a good year for guys named Jackson. Think about Jackson Churio and Jackson Merrill in San Diego, Jackson Holiday. 0-2 to Hoskins. That'll be slow. 1-2.
Samuel L. Jackson. When does he not have a good year, right?
Michael Jackson.
That one's debatable.
1-2 on Rhys Hoskins. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and he struck him out on a curveball. So Holmes strikes out 3, but the Brewers do some damage. 2 runs on 3 hits, including a 2-run homer by Jackson Churio. We go to the top of the 4th inning, 2-0 Milwaukee.
Hello. For 30 years, Renewal by Andersen has been the MVP for replacement windows and doors. They're proud to celebrate their 30th anniversary this month, taking care of Florida homes like yours. And that's why they're celebrating you with Renewal by Andersen's 30-year anniversary sale. All month, buy one, get one 30% off replacement windows and doors. Upgrade your home with Firex frames, custom made for a perfect fit, no gaps, no fading, and made right here in the USA. Book your free design consultation today at bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen. Superior products, exceptional service. Number CGC 1527613. Restrictions apply.
How do we respond to lowball offers from insurance companies?
With relentless litigation. For the justice you're entitled to after an accident, you know who to call.
Make it a FARA fight. Fair and FARA.
Tampa.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
When I met both of them, it was like my missing pieces were found. Like it was just like an instant, these are my kids. If you're considering adopting a teen, just do it. Kids need families. I don't care the age. Everybody deserves a family.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. A message brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Welcome to Lazy Days. For nearly 50 years, we have been there for you, helping people turn RV dreams into destinations. Today, Lazy Days RV is here for you with state-of-the-art dealerships, dedicated people, and popular brands. And no matter where the road takes you, Lazy Days will be here for you with RV service centers all across the nation. We are Lazy Days, here for you.
Where the Brewers lead the Braves 2-0. They got a 2-run homer from Jackson Churio, and now the right-hander Quinn Priester pitching with a lead for the first time. Right-hander Priester pitches with a necklace on that's got a pendant on the necklace. And watching him warm up, you can see the necklace, but he's got the pendant tucked down into his shirt. And he's been asked by many teammates over the years, is that a piece of pizza on that necklace? What is that? It's in a triangular shape and looks like a slice of pie. And he's had to tell teammates before, no, it's not a piece of pizza. It's actually something that was passed down to him from his father. In fact, his family, very close, all the Priesters and his extended family. Michael Harris climbing in. Here's the pitch on the way to Michael Harris. And a ground ball out to second base. Terang is on the other end. He's got it. Throws over to first base. But to finish that story, the family has a family medallion. And they had it split up into 7 different pieces and spread around through the family. And one of his relatives had it passed down to him. And it was his father's at one point. And now he wears it. And it's a tribute to his family. There's the pitch on the way to Ozzie Albies. There's a strike on the outside corner. So the other 7 pieces of that family medallion split up, and other family members wear it as well. There's the 0-1 pitch on the way to Ozzie Albies. There's a ball outside. And at the same time, I'm not above loving pizza so much that you wear it on a pendant.
I was thinking. Wonder what style pizza they like.
1-1 to Albies. Some foul on the right field line. But if you're going to wear one piece of food and a pendant on a necklace, I think you'd go chicken tender.
100% a tendy. We had some tendies today.
Yeah, there are listeners who are waiting for your report on the Milwaukee chicken tenders. There's the 1-2 pitch to Ozzie Albies. That'll miss up and in 2-2.
So last year we did a regular, I call it a bit, where we would try the ballpark tendies and I would give them a rating. Well, this year we democratized it, and all 3 of us did a rating.
2-2 to Albies, and he'll swing and miss at a cutter for strike 3.
And it's backed by popular demand because some fans were saying, hey, where are the Tendy ratings? So we cruised out the concession stand today. I bought some Tendies, and I'll be honest, they didn't look great. And so we came up with a grading scale. 0 is the minimum, 25 is the maximum. Actually, I guess 5 is the minimum. And shocker, we already have a minimum score. 25 is the maximum, 5 different categories: appearance, crunch, flavor, freshness, and then chicken to breading ratio. And in a surprise to nobody, our producer, Jonathan Chadwick, didn't like them.
Sean Murphy takes a called strike. It would have been news if he had liked that or anything.
Didn't care for him. So he gave them a 5, which is the very minimum score. And it's finishing last.
Well, one is in the dirt to Murphy.
You and I are a little bit more, I guess, impartial judges. So I gave him a 12 out of 25. You gave him a 13. So overall, a very average Tendy here at American Family Field.
There's a 1-1 pitch on the way to Sean Murphy. There's a hard hit ball down the left field line. That's fair and all the way down the line. Sean Murphy going to cruise into second base, just arriving to it in the corner, the left fielder Collins. And he sends it into the cutoff man Joey Ortiz, and it's a 2-out double for Sean Murphy, who's 2 for 2 in the game. He sizzled that one down the left field line, barely keeping it fair. Now the Braves have something going with 2 down. And that will bring Eli White up to the plate. So average chicken tenders here in Milwaukee.
Yeah, the category they scored the best in both of ours was the crunch. They were nice and crunchy. Not a great appearance. Not exceptional breading.
Eli White takes the ball low. Well, I don't think that's going to hurt their feelings too badly. I think they're really proud about their cheese and their sausages. 2-0 Brewers. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And a ball outside Eli White.
Now, if there was a category for customer service, that would be a 5. 3 very nice ladies looking for something to do were very eager to sell me some chicken fingers.
Yeah, a lot of nice folks at this ballpark. Good ballpark to work in. Here's the 2-0 pitch on the way to Eli White. Looking to drive in Murphy from second. Check swing. Fooled there on the slider. 2-1 now. Northside Hospital for a healthier future together. Look to Northside. Last night, Eli White came off the bench, belted a big 2-run homer in the 8th inning. 2-1 pitch. That'll even up the count with a cutter at the bottom of the zone for a called strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2-0 Brewers, top of the 4th. Murphy a lead at second. Eli awaits on the 2-2 from Priester. Missed low with a slider. Well, if he walks him, the bat would once again be in the hands of Nick Allen with at least 1 man in scoring position. That was the case for Nick in the 2nd inning as he struck out with runners at the corners and 2 down. 3-2 to White. And he lines one directly to the third baseman, Caleb Durbin. Hit it on the nose, but Durbin barely had to shuffle his feet. And that's out number 3. So the Braves get a 2-out double, and that's that. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning, 2-0 Milwaukee.
Go ahead, caller. Got a question?
For 30 years, Renewal by Andersen has been the MVP for replacement windows and doors. They're proud to celebrate their 30th anniversary this month, taking care of Florida homes like yours. And that's why they're celebrating you with Renewal by Andersen's 30-year anniversary sale. All month, buy one, get one 30% off replacement windows and doors. Upgrade your home with Firex frames, custom made for a perfect fit, no gaps, no fading, and made right here in the USA. Book your free design consultation today at bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen. Superior products, exceptional service. Number CGC 1527613. Restrictions apply.
Rollovers, head-on collisions, hit and runs, you name it. We've litigated it.
And while insurance companies joke about the mayhem that occurs on roadways, we've seen the real effects. Lost lives, catastrophic injury, cars crushed like soda cans. And trust us, there's nothing funny about it.
If you've been in a crash, count on our experienced attorneys to seek full justice and all the money your case is worth.
For a fairer fight, you know who to call. Farah and Farah, Tampa.
A spring evening is the ideal time to invite some friends over, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and get outside. Because when the outdoors calls, it's good to have exhilarating ice-cold refreshment to answer.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a do.
Do the do.
Esta semana solamente visita getepass.com y regístrate para obtener una etiqueta de ePass gratis. Estarás participando para ganar uno de nuestros sorteos diarios de $100 en peajes, desde ahora hasta el 13 de junio. Obtén detalles y reglas de concurso en getepass.com.
Focus on the Braves and what matters to you. Shalini and Domino weekdays from 10 to 2 on 680 The Fan.
A two-run homer by Jackson Chourio. The difference in the game right now. Brewers leading 2-0 as Chourio went deep in the third inning. It won 409 feet to straightaway center. 2 runs on 4 hits for the Brewers. No runs, 5 hits for the Braves. There's a ball outside from Holmes to Sal Frelick. 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Brewers here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And this is the Tidal Wave Auto Spa inning. 1-0 to Frelick. And he swings and tips that fastball into Sean Murphy's mitt for a strike. 1-1. Tidal Wave Auto Spa is making Braves country clean car country all season long. And if the Braves pitch a scoreless 4th inning tonight, Tidal Wave will offer half off their Best Wash membership tomorrow. You know how this works. Learn more at TidalWaveAutoSpa.com/Braves. 1-1 popped up down the left field line, slicing towards foul ground. White with room, and he makes the catch right in front of the tarp. Very nice job navigating over there. Went a long way to get there. And 1 out here in the 4th inning.
Yeah, nice having, really good wheels out there in left. A lot of left fielders won't be able to get to that one or make it look quite that easy.
Got a speedy outfield tonight. Eli White, Michael Harris, Ronald Acuna. Isaac Collins swings and tips one in the mid for a strike. Coming to you for the second game of this series, Braves and Brewers. Final game tomorrow will be a day game here at American Family Field. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fouled back into the screen. That game tomorrow will have Spencer Schwellenbach on the mound for the Braves. And he'll face Chad Patrick. A couple of right-handers. Think about a day game here, and you hope that the roof is open. 0-2. That'll miss high. Unless you're a pitcher, that is.
Yeah.
As you think about with the roof closed for a day game, you're going to have the shadows creeping in from those window panes down the first and third base lines as the sun passes over the top of the ballpark. 1-2, misses low and inside, and sometimes those shadows on the field in this ballpark for a day game with the roof closed are about as bad as anywhere in the big leagues.
Yeah, it can be a real challenge for the hitters here during day games. Already hard enough to hit Spencer Schwellenbach without all that help.
2-2 to Collins. Just missed away with a fastball. So I'd imagine when we're on the bus coming over tomorrow, the first thing the players are looking for, as you can see the stadium in the distance, is the roof open or closed for the day game. Open tonight on a pretty evening. 3-2, sent foul. Big retractable roof stadium that you can see for miles before you get here. I mean, it's visible once we get out of the downtown area, away from the big buildings. You can see exactly where we're going. 3-2 to Collins. Hop back and foul over to our left. Braves will wrap up the series tomorrow. Then we head home. And we will see the Rockies when we get home. That'll be a 3-game series. Then the Mets come to town. We'd love to see you at the ballpark for that upcoming homestand starting this weekend. 3-2 pitch, fouled back again.
I haven't checked the box scores, but the Rockies, 2 series ago, swept the Marlins?
They did.
They did, and I wonder if they carried over that hot streak.
They have not. 3-2, and there's a high towering fly ball to right field. Ronald Acuna drifting back. He's under it, makes the catch about 2 feet deep onto the warning track. Two down here in the 4th inning. Yeah, the Rockies into the action tonight. Still sitting on a dozen wins as they are 12-53. and 27 games out of first place. Caleb Durbin takes a called strike. And the Rockies are hosting the Giants tonight. Giants leading 1-0. Tell you what, the Giants came to the action tonight a game and a half back of the Dodgers. 0-1 is high. Dodgers are in San Diego tonight. Dodgers won there last night. 2-0 Brewers our score here as we're in the bottom of the fourth inning. 1-1 to Durbin. Ball low and inside. All those scores that we update you with here and throughout the rest of the game delivered to you by Saya LTL Freight, the official freight carrier of the Atlanta Braves. Cubs and the Phillies in a battle. They're in the sixth inning. Cubs leading the Phillies 5-4 in Philadelphia. 2-1 is high from Holmes. 3-1. Marlins have a 3-2 lead in Pittsburgh. That is in the bottom of the ninth, and Pittsburgh has runners at first and second and no one out. And then in New York, the Nationals are leading the Mets 4-2 through 6 innings. 3-1 fastball is high. It's a 2-out walk to Durbin. Third walk allowed by Holmes. And here comes Joey Ortiz, who bats ninth in their order.
Yeah, we caught the highlights of that Dodgers-Padres game last night, and it was a spicy one, to say the least, but that's become, I think, one of my favorite rivalries in the league now.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Always great series.
Ortiz takes a called strike, especially when those games are in San Diego.
Yeah.
Not that there's a lack of venom when they're at Dodger Stadium, but those Padre fans absolutely loathe the Dodgers. Kick off over to first base, as I can hear so many listeners saying, join the club. 0-1 on Joey Ortiz. 2-0 Brewers, bottom of the fourth. 0-1 to Ortiz. Ground ball up the middle, out to second, backhanded by Ozzie. He throws over, and that's in time. Nice play by Ozzie Albies, planted from back of the bag at second, and delivered a good long throw for out number 3. So the walk does no harm to Holmes. We go to the top of the fifth inning. Got to get the bats going.
For 30 years, Renewal by Andersen has been the MVP for replacement windows and doors. They're proud to celebrate their 30th anniversary this month, taking care of Florida homes like yours. And that's why they're celebrating you with Renewal by Andersen's 30-year anniversary sale. All month, buy one, get one 30% off replacement windows and doors. Upgrade your home with Firex frames, custom made for a perfect fit, no gaps, no fading, and made right here in the USA. Book your free design consultation today at bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen. Superior products, exceptional service. Number CGC 1527613. Restrictions apply.
Here's what the car insurance companies may think they know after a car crash. They know you probably don't know what your claim is worth, or how to calculate pain and suffering, lost wages and future earnings, current and future medical expenses, or diminished value to your car. But guess what? We do. And if we don't win your case, you owe us nothing. For a fairer fight, you know who to call. Farah and Farah. Tampa.
A spring evening is the ideal time to invite some friends over, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and get outside. Because when the outdoors calls, it's good to have exhilarating ice-cold refreshment to answer.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Esta semana solamente visita getepass.com y regístrate para obtener una etiqueta de ePass gratis. Estarás participando para ganar uno de nuestros sorteos diarios de $100 en peajes, desde ahora hasta el 13 de junio. Obtén detalles y reglas del concurso en getepass.com.
Into the top of the fifth here in Milwaukee. Braves have been trying to knock Priester on his keister for 4 innings. Haven't done it yet. They're trailing 2-0. And it'll be 9-1-2 for the Braves. Alan Acuna and Riley versus Quinn Priester, the right-hander. His first pitch swung on and missed. 0-1 on Nick Allen. It's a clean bottom of the fourth inning. No runs up there on the board for the Brewers that frame, so that'll save you big tomorrow at Tidal Wave Auto Spa. 0-1 to Allen. And he gets a slider over for a called strike. So tomorrow is a clean inning car wash celebration day at Tidal Wave Auto Spa. Stop by and get half off their best wash membership for the first month. Braves country is clean card country thanks to Tidal Wave Auto Spa. 0-2 pitch, an appeal, and a check swing didn't go. Visit TidalWaveAutoSpa.com/Braves for more information. Ben, Darren, and Jay Chad with you from American Family Field in Milwaukee. 2-0 Brewers on the 2-run homer by Jackson Chourio. 1-2 high and outside to Allen. Two outside, 3-2. Left-hander Aaron Ashby throwing in the Brewers bullpen. 3-2, line drive into left field and a base hit down the line. Allen might be thinking about 2. Hits the bag at first. He's digging for second. Here comes the throw out of Collins, way off the mark, and it's a double out of Allen. That throw out of left field pulled Terang far to his right and almost into right center field to keep it from getting by him. So it's a base hit for Allen, and before Acuna digs in, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Braves Radio Network.
Never miss a pitch of the Braves.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan, and streaming free on the Fan app.
Good hustle out of the box by Allen. Got him that double. And he's in scoring position for Ronald Acuna, who's 2 for 2 with a couple of singles. Trying to get to Priester again. There's the pitch on the way. And Acuna takes a called strike. Priester, a glance to second. 0-1 to Acuna. And he missed low of the cutter. One pitch. Ground ball up the middle and another base hit for Acuna. Sliding in feet first to third base. Allen now up on his feet and he comes to the plate and he still scores. It's an RBI for Acuna. Allen thought he was going just one bag. He had a feet first slide to the third and then realized Freddie Gonzalez was sending him. And he popped up, spread it home. He's on the board now. It's a 2-1 game.
Well, his mom's going to be mad at him. He got his uniform unnecessarily dirty. She's going to have to wash that. But it's pretty funny. These Brewers tried to shade Ronald up the middle because both of his singles thus far have gone right up the middle. And then he just hit it where they weren't up the middle, kind of over to the shortstop side of the base. And 3 singles already. Well, RBI, runner in scoring position. We're going to talk about that every time it happens. We're going to manifest it for this Braves lineup.
I'm just glad they're in a position where they can laugh about it in the dugout right now because he scored without a throw. We've seen too many base running mistakes this season. And that time he was able to slide in but still pop up and score. Here's Riley. And Riley with a tapper out to short, gloved by Ortiz, to Terang for 1, and then over to Hoskins for 2. And it's a 6-4-3 double play. So that wipes the bags clean. 2 down here in the top of the 5th inning. First double play the Braves have hit into tonight. And Matt Olson bats with the bases clean. 7 hits in the game for the Braves. Had 11 last night. 1-0 slider over for a strike. Count even at 1. Olson is 0 for 2 with a flyout and a strikeout. And hoping the third time's the charm versus Priester. No send one foul. Braves getting on the board here in the top of the 5th inning, but hoping for more. And the 1-2 to Olson. Good swing. Fouled back a cutter. And that's Priester going back to that high cutter against the lefties again.
Yeah, nice job by Matt there, shortening up his swing a little. Flattening out the swing plane, too, just trying to make contact.
Takes a slider down. 2-2 on Matt Olson. It's a 2-1 Brewers lead in the top of the fifth. This will be Priester's 83rd pitch of the game. Wind up and the 2-2 pitch. Olson takes a high cutter for ball 3. Matt belted one out of here last night, straightaway center field in the 5th inning. Waits on the 3-2 pitch. Here it comes, and a high fly ball to left over by the line. Collins coming over into foul ground, and the catch will be made by Joey Ortiz, the shortstop. And he went flying into the tarp, and he makes the squeeze for out number 3. Collins and Ortiz both there that time. No, Durbin, I should say. Durbin, the third baseman, made the squeeze.
For 30 years, Renewal by Andersen has been the MVP for replacement windows and doors. They're proud to celebrate their 30th anniversary this month, taking care of Florida homes like yours. And that's why they're celebrating you with Renewal by Andersen's 30-year anniversary sale. All month, buy one, get one 30% off replacement windows and doors. Upgrade your home with Firex frames, custom made for a perfect fit, no gaps, no fading, and made right here in the USA. Book your free design consultation today at bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen. Superior products, exceptional service. Number CGC 1527613. Restrictions apply.
Rollovers, head-on collisions, hit and runs, you name it. We've litigated it.
And while insurance companies joke about the mayhem that occurs on roadways, we've seen the real effects. Lost lives, catastrophic injury, cars crushed like soda cans. And trust us, there's nothing funny about it.
If you've been in a crash, count on our experienced attorneys to seek full justice and all the money your case is worth.
For a fairer fight, you know who to call. Farah and Farah, Tampa.
A spring evening is the ideal time to invite some friends over, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and get outside. Because when the outdoors calls, it's good to have exhilarating ice-cold refreshment to answer.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Life doesn't stop after you've been involved in a car accident. You've got things to do and places to be. If your car is damaged, call Farah and Farah anytime, 7 days a week. Farah and Farah, Tampa.
Clubhouse, where everyone knows your name. Book your stay at omnihotels.com/Battery Atlanta.
Don't miss Tom Glavine and his Hall of Fame insight every Monday afternoon at 3:30 during Chuck and Chernoff on the radio home of the Braves, 680 The Fan and the Fan app.
2-1 Brewers into the bottom of the 5th inning. Bryce Terang leads off, swings over the top of a first pitch curveball from Grant Holmes. 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Brewers. 1 run, 7 hits, no errors for the Braves. And it's 1, 2, and 3 for the Brew Crew here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 0-1 pitch and a called strike. Back-to-back curveballs from Grant Holmes. And an 0-2 count now. Terang is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, 1 looking, 1 swinging. 0-2 pitch. Softly tapped foul to the backstop. By the way, we got a special interest in the sausage race tonight, don't we?
Yes, we do. It's going to be an exciting one. One of the Braves clubhouse workers, Noah Simmons, will be throwing his hat in the ring tonight.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. And he got him again, this time on a curveball. Terang goes down swinging.
And it's going to be an Italian chef hat. He's going to be the Italian sausage. So it should be a good one.
That race will be coming up, so as soon as they have it, we'll report back with the results. We're pulling for Noah tonight, coming out of the Braves clubhouse and putting on the Italian sausage gear and running in the sausage race. There's Jackson Churio. Churio takes a called strike. We were chatting with Eric Durbin last night, who also does a great job in the Braves clubhouse. He's done the race before, and he was telling us how top-heavy those costumes are and how hard it is to run in those things. 0-1. There's a called strike. So I'm sure Eric is giving Noah as much information and wisdom as he can about what works and what doesn't work running in that costume. 2-2, or rather the 0-2, should say, swung on a miss on a fastball, and he strikes out Churio 2 down.
Yeah, I'll give you a little scouting report on Noah. I would say he's about 5'8", 160. So He might struggle a little bit with that big girthy sausage costume. They're heavy. Little top heavy as well. So he's going to have to really maintain his core stability.
William Contreras takes a called strike. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That'll be sent foul. You're just realizing what you just said, aren't you?
I don't know what you're talking about, Ben.
0-2 on William Contreras.
It's funny, last night we saw all the guys in the costumes holding their hands on their chest, and we asked Eric why. He said, well, they're just trying to stabilize the thing. It's so heavy.
0-2 pitch, and he struck him out with a curveball. Really good inning for Grant Holmes as he strikes out the side. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's a 2-1 lead for the Brewers.
Nothing is quite as American as supporting the home team. At Quikrete, it's what we've been doing for over 80 years, making products that give homeowners and contractors the confidence to quickly and easily.
When you fly to Rhode Island on Breeze Airways, what can you expect to see when you land? You'll find pristine beaches, award-winning food, and warm, welcoming stays. Plus, centuries of history you can see and explore. Outdoor adventures like boating and hiking, the Gilded Age Newport Mansions, and non-stop events and activities. Direct flights to Rhode Island are available now on Breeze Airways. Plan your trip today at visitrhodeisland.com.
When it comes to Father's Day, dads want steak. And there's still time to deliver uncompromising quality and flavor with delicious gifts from America's original butcher, Omaha Steaks. Plus, get an extra $35 off with code THANKSDAD when you shop at omahasteaks.com today. Hurry, there's still time to give Dad something incredible for the big day. Shop now at omahasteaks.com and get an extra $35 off with code THANKSDAD. Minimum purchase may apply. See site for details.
For 30 years, Renewal by Andersen has been the MVP for replacement windows and doors. They're proud to celebrate their 30th anniversary this month, taking care of Florida homes like yours. And that's why they're celebrating you with Renewal by Andersen's 30-year anniversary sale. All month, buy one, get one 30% off replacement windows and doors. Upgrade your home with Firex frames, custom made for a perfect fit, no gaps, no fading, and made right here in the USA. Book your free design consultation today at bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen. Superior products, exceptional service. Number CGC 1527613. Restrictions apply.
If you're in a slip and fall accident, time is not on your side. Stores have video footage that's crucial evidence in your case. You've got to act quickly. Call Farah and Farah so we can preserve it before it disappears. Tampa.
Take a hack at
The game brought to you by Truist. When you work with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. Leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC. Braves trailing by a run. They've out-hit the Brewers 7-4, but trailing 2-1. Here's Marcell Ozuna. He'll swing and foul one back. 6th inning, which means it's the Georgia Lottery home run jackpot inning. And if the Braves hit a homer this inning, our contestant, Kevin Basil in Kennesaw, Georgia, will win $1,600. 0-1 to Ozuna, misses high. And if you'd like to enter for your chance to win at least $1,000 from the Georgia Lottery, visit 680thefan.com/GA Lottery. Georgia Lottery, today could be the day. Ozuna's 0 for 2. And Ozuna drives one out towards deep right field. Frelick going back to the warning track. It'll track it down out there just on the edge of the track and squeeze out number 1. One down here in the inning. Did you know the original Louisiana brand hot sauce is the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves? Made with peppers, vinegar, and salt in the perfect balance to make the food that you're eating taste better. That's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some. Michael Harris is 0 for 2. And he'll take a ball low. You know, there have been some great catches made by Michael Harris this season. Some that we have viewed and said that might be the catch of the year in the big leagues at this point. He strikes one well down the left field line, slicing into the corner, and that is a foul ball. Just missed extra bases as he sliced one down the line. But after watching the highlights of last night's action around Major League Baseball, Michael certainly has some company towards the top of the highlight list with what Denzel Clark did last night.
Yeah, that Anaheim produces a lot of great home run robberies, and that's where it happened out in center field, but that was next level.
1-1 to Harris is high into the backstop. Yeah, that was some wizardry out of Clark. Unreal.
And to not, if you haven't seen it, go ahead and look up that replay, but I don't know how he didn't fall over the wall.
2-1, misses low. And Harris pops one up towards foul ground over by the third base line. That will be caught by the Tart, by Caleb Durbin. And 2 outs here in the 6th inning. Yeah, the footage of that catch by Clark was amazing, and there are also some great still photographs by some very talented photographers who had some great shots of that catch when he was dangling on the top of the wall. Ozzy Albies swings and fouls one back.
Yeah, that's a very low wall, much like the one here in Milwaukee. I remember a Mike Trout robbery where it looked like Mike's waist, his belt, was above that wall. He robbed a home run from J.J. Hardy in a game I was playing in.
A one lifted foul.
And it's posted in the Anaheim Visitors Clubhouse. You know, it's like a still frame, and it shows him running up and then launching, and his waist is above the wall.
Two and fouled on the first base line.
And I remember J.J. was a little upset because every time he walked into the clubhouse, he had to look at that robbery, the absolute larceny that Mike Trout committed against him.
Got reminded of it every time he played those guys.
Said, stop hitting scrapers.
Yeah.
Hit it in the 4th row. You'll be fine.
0-2 to Albies, and a wave and miss at a curveball. It's a 1-2-3 inning out of Priester, and he's been very good through 6 innings. We advance to the bottom of the 6th. Brewers 2, Braves 1.
Welcome to Dugout Radio.
¿Tiene problemas en la cama con su pareja? Las pastillas ya no funcionan. En Miami Lakes Medical Center tienen un tratamiento sin pastillas, sin cirugía, sin efectos secundarios. Le ofrecen una consulta con el doctor gratis, donde usted verá resultados en solo minutos. Si es diabético, hipertenso, si no tiene próstata, todos califican. Llame al 305-621-8051. Aproveche ahora que Miami Lakes Medical Center está regalando terapias de testosterona y multivitaminas. Llame al 305-621-8051.
For 30 years, Renewal by Andersen has been the MVP for replacement windows and doors. They're proud to celebrate their 30th anniversary this month, taking care of Florida homes like yours. And that's why they're celebrating you with Renewal by Andersen's 30-year anniversary sale. All month, buy one, get one 30% off replacement windows and doors. Upgrade your home with Firex frames, custom made for a perfect fit, no gaps, no fading, and made right here in the USA. Book your free design consultation today at bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen. Superior products, exceptional service. Number CGC 1527613. Restrictions apply.
How do we respond to lowball offers from insurance companies?
With relentless litigation. For the justice you're entitled to after an accident, you know who to call.
Make it a FARA fight. Fair and FARA.
Tampa.
A spring evening is the ideal time to invite some friends over, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and get outside. Because when the outdoors calls, it's good to have exhilarating ice-cold refreshment to answer.
To instantly win an extra $444 only from the Georgia Lottery.
Hey, Braves fans, this is John Michaels reminding you that Jeff Francoeur joins Finn, home team, and me in the locker room every Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. on your radio home of the Braves, 680 The Fan.
Brewers 2, Braves 1 into the bottom of the 6th inning. They just had the sausage race, folks, and our guy came in third. Jake Bauers climbing in for the Brewers. First pitch from Holmes, and there's a ball outside. They start that race down the third base line. They run down the line, around home plate, down the first base line, and the race finishes up the right field line, just back of first. Pitch on the way to Bauers, and a ball low and outside. So, of course, the entire Braves team knows that one of their clubhouse guys is in the Italian sausage costume, and they're all up on the railing, rooting for him in between innings. 2-0 to Bauers, and Bauers tees off deep center. Michael Harris going to the wall, and that is long gone. Straightaway center field, Bauers with his 5th homer of the year, and it's now 3-1 Brewers here in the 6th. Not a of thing Michael Harris could do with that one. Talk about his ability for a dramatic defensive highlight. That was hit way over his head, way out of here.
Yeah, four-seamer down and away to a lefty with a low to high swing path. That's right where he wants it. Grant's got to keep the ball in the yard. That's 13 homers in just over 70 innings on the season.
It's a rude awakening after the great inning that he had in the fifth. There's a ball low and outside to Hoskins. And with that, Aaron Bummer up and throwing in the Braves bullpen on the other side of the right field wall. Pitch number 95 from Holmes. There's a ball inside. 2 balls and no strikes on Hoskins. So the Brewers have belted 2 home runs in the game. A 2-run shot by Churio, solo homer by Bowers. 2-0 pitch and a swing and a miss and a slider down by Hoskins. Two on in the dirt, 3 balls and a strike.
We mentioned the Brewers struggling a little bit on offense. Just coming into the series, just 23rd in the league in home runs. A little bit of a power surge today.
3-1 from Holmes, and he gets a swing and a miss and a slider. Grant hoping to rebound and at least finish 6 innings. Given up 5 hits, but like I mentioned, 2 have gone over the fence. And the Brewers have a 3-1 lead here in the bottom of the 6th. Rhys Hoskins is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. 3-2 pitch, and Hoskins drives one. Up in the air to left field. Eli White going to the wall, and right at the base of the wall has just enough room to make the catch. Coming off the bat, that looked like a lot of trouble. Unfortunately, the ballpark holds it. 1 down. That'll bring Frelick up to the plate, and Frelick will face Aaron Bummer. Here comes Brian Snitker. So the Braves make the Pennington grass seed call to the bullpen. And if you're looking to transform your lawn this year, turn to Pennington grass seed, the official partner of the Atlanta Braves grounds crew. Pennington grass seed, rooted in Braves country. That'll be the end of the line for Holmes. We'll introduce you to Bummer when we come back. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning with the Brewers leading the Braves 3-1.
Hey, small business owners, it's Matt Chernoff here to tell you about First Liberty Building and Loan and the Frost family. Are you looking to buy a business or franchise, build a new building, any dream that you have?
Welcome to Lazy Days. For nearly 50 years, we have been there for you, helping people turn RV dreams into destinations. Today, Lazy Days RV is here for you with state-of-the-art dealerships, dedicated people, and popular brands. And no matter where the road takes you, Lazy Days will be here for you with RV service centers all across the nation. We are Lazy Days, here for you.
For 30 years, Renewal by Andersen has been the MVP for replacement windows and doors. They're proud to celebrate their 30th anniversary this month, taking care of Florida homes like yours. And that's why they're celebrating you with Renewal by Andersen's 30-year anniversary sale. All month, buy one, get one 30% off replacement windows and doors. Upgrade your home with Firex frames, custom made for a perfect fit, no gaps, no fading, and made right here in the USA. Book your free design consultation today at bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen. Superior products, exceptional service. Number CGC 1527613. Restrictions apply.
How do we respond to lowball offers from insurance companies?
With relentless litigation. For the justice you're entitled to after an accident, you know who to call.
Make it a FARA fight. Fair and FARA.
Tampa. If you're in a slip and fall accident, time is not on your side. Stores have video footage that's crucial evidence in your case. You've got to act quickly. Call FARA and FARA so we can preserve it before it disappears. Tampa.
Low shot in this inning by Jake Bowers. On to relieve him, 31-year-old lefty Aaron Bummer. Aaron took the whole San Francisco series off. Last time he pitched was at home against Arizona. This will be the 23rd time he's towed the rubber. Doing a nice job against lefties, as you would expect. Lefties just 9 for 45 off him, batting an even 200 on the season.
So he's the first arm out of the Braves bullpen. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning, 3-1 Brewers. Here's Sal Frelick. He's 0 for 1 with a fly out and a walk. And Frelick with a ground ball. Hot shot out to second. Ozzie to his left. Scoops it up. Throws over to first base. One pitch and an out for Bummer. 2 down in the inning. Napa is a proud partner of your Atlanta Braves. With America's largest network of parts and care, Napa has all the bases covered when it comes to your ride. Alongside Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick, Ben Ingram here with you for the middle game in this series of 3 between the Braves and the Brewers. And if the Braves can't find a way to turn it around tonight, that would mean tomorrow would be for the series. As the Braves won 7-1 last night. Collins takes the ball low and inside. You win that first game, and you check that first box. Okay, you snap the 7-game losing streak. Now you got to find a way to take a series. And those have been hard to come by, regardless of where they've been played, but especially on the road for the Braves. There's a ball inside.
I think they got a shot here. You know, you got Schwellenbach going tomorrow, but I think this game we're in today is still very winnable. This Brewers bullpen, not the best in the league, 22nd overall.
2-0 line drive. What kind of wizardry was that by Bummer? That went right into his glove. I mean, that's some hocus pocus magic for Aaron Bummer. He didn't even move, and it went right into his glove on a screamer right back to the pitcher. What a play. And that ends the bottom of the 6th inning. We go to the 7th, 3-1 Milwaukee.
Welcome to Lazy Days. For nearly 50 years, we have been there for you, helping people turn RV dreams into destinations. Today, Lazy Days RV is here for you, with state-of-the-art dealerships, dedicated people, and popular brands. And no matter where the road takes you, Lazy Days will be here for you with RV service centers all across the nation. We are Lazy Days, here for you.
Is your power bill getting bigger and bigger? You need to replace your leaking windows and doors. Check out Renewal by Anderson's 30-year anniversary sale. Buy one, get one 30% off replacement windows and doors. Go to bestwindowsflorida.com.
Accidents don't just happen between the hours of 9 to 5. That's why we make ourselves available to talk with you 24/7. For a Farah fight, day or night, you know who to call. Farah and Farah, Tampa.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco, his 13th, and it's a one-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
The locker room want to send you to a Braves game. This is Brian Finner, and reminding you that a pair of tickets are up for grabs during our 7 o'clock hour every weekday morning on 680 The Fan.
Bottom of the 7th, Brewers 3, Braves 1. Brewers starter Quinn Priester, pretty darn good today. 6 innings pitched, 7 hits, 1 earned, with 7 strikeouts. So Pat Murphy calls on his bullpen. He brings in the right-hander, 24-year-old Abner Uribe. Abner's been good recently. He's unscored upon in his last 6 appearances, and he actually ranks among the National League relief leaders in ERA, 4th in that category with a 1.48, and also 5th with 41 strikeouts. Now, with those numbers, as you might expect, he throws pretty hard. It's cheese. The average fastball, 99-mile-an-hour sinker. He pairs that with a high 80s slider as well. And then if 99's not fast enough for you, he's got a 100-mile-an-hour four-seamer. So Sean Murphy better get that foot down early and get that swing going.
He's had it going tonight. He's 2 for 2 with a single and a double. 3-1 Brewers, top of the 7th inning. Right-hander Abner Uribe kicks and fires. There's a ball high. He's got to be the first guy in about 80 years in the big leagues with the first name of Abner. You don't see too many Abners. Think about Abner Doubleday. There's the 1-0 pitch on the way to Murphy. There's a ball outside. Abner Uribe out of the Dominican, 24 years old. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Murphy takes a called strike. Full name, Abner Brismari Uribe. Aren't too many of those out there.
He's likely one of one.
He's fidgety out there on the mound. 2-1 pitch. There's a called strike. When he's getting set, He's kind of shimmying his hips a little bit, kind of twisting them back and forth. There's a 2-2 pitch on the way to Murphy. And a ground ball bouncer to first. That'll be gloved by Rhys Hoskins. And he'll take it to the bag for the out. One down here in the 7th inning. I watch him pitch, and I'm expecting him to start up into some dance out there on the mound. Got ants in his pants.
Ants in his pants. That's where I was going, too.
One out for Eli White. He's been on once in the game, had a single and a line out. Ground ball to second. Bryce Terang wraps it in leather, throws over to first base, 2 down. Coming up, it'll be the 7th inning stretch, and that's brought to you by 13 Heroes, a premium line of spirits founded to honor the lives of the 13 service members killed in Afghanistan in 2021. Help turn tragedy into legacy by visiting 13heroes.com today. Drake Baldwin will pinch hit for Nick Allen. Now the Braves going to take a shot right here with Drake. He just missed a home run last night. And cheers come up for Drake Baldwin. Wisconsin boy. Pitch on the way to Drake. And it'll take a called strike. Baldwin last night getting the start behind the plate. Was batting second. Reached base one time on a walk. Just missed a home run in the 9th inning last night. 0-1 pitch. Line drive caught ankle high by Caleb Durbin, the third baseman. And the Braves go down 1-2-3 in the 7th. We go to the bottom of the inning. 3-1 Brewers.
Hope. It's more than a word. It's a breakthrough in the making. At City of Hope, we're pushing the boundaries of science, targeting cancer at the molecular level, with teams of experts working together to personalize a treatment plan right down to your DNA with unprecedented speed, making every second count, with appointments in as little as 24 hours. City of Hope, advancing cancer care at life-saving speed. Learn more at cityofhope.org.
Attention Braves fans, we have a major announcement. Tire Discounters is back as the tire retailer partner of the Braves. Here's their snazzy jingle. Sorry to interrupt, but all of us at Tire Discounters are really excited because every time the Braves hit a homer, we're giving all the fans a great deal. Cash off on select tires and free alignments. And free oil changes. Okay, roll it. See store for details.
Hi. Sorry, did I startle you? When you're used to hearing a certain type of commercial, something like this can, well, take you by surprise. That's kind of how it is with the Lexus RX, a vehicle that has continued to defy expectations for over 25 years. From the first luxury vehicle of its kind, to the first hybrid luxury vehicle, to the only plug-in hybrid worthy of the RX name. We understand you want more than the everyday SUV. And isn't being understood an amazing feeling? Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
The original Louisiana brand hot sauce. It's the perfect balance of peppers, vinegar, and the salty tears of Mets fans. That's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some.
Spend your afternoon driving around with Chuck and Chernoff, and you can win a pair of Braves tickets. It happens during the 4 o'clock hour weekday afternoons on 680 The Fan.
Brewers 3, Braves 1. Bottom of the 7th, alongside Darren O'Day, Ben Ingram here with you. Luke Williams into the game at shortstops. The Braves just pinch hit for Nick Allen. That's the only change. Caleb Durbin takes a called strike. Meanwhile, Ruiz tossing for the Braves in the bullpen. 0-1 on Caleb Durbin. Offering from Bummer. Missed outside with a curveball. When Jose Ruiz comes on, it'll be the first time that we've seen him. First time that we would have seen him in a Braves uniform, that is. 1-1. That'll be sent foul. Just saw him with the Phillies. The long ball, the story of this one. 2 homers for the Brewers. A 2-run homer by Churio in the 3rd, a solo homer by Bowers in the 6th. The lone Braves run came in the 5th inning. There's a ball low. And they're going to give him first base. They got it. I guess they got him in the foot.
Got him in the back foot. Yeah, that Aaron Bummer curveball's got a lot of horizontal movement. He just tugged it a little bit. Got Durbin in the foot. So he gets his free base. Not limping at all. Must not have hurt that bad.
And now the umpire's going to get together.
Are challenging hit by pitch.
Braves are challenging this.
Hit by a pitch.
And that voice you could hear in the background is the voice of Doug Eddings. He's the first base umpire and crew chief. So the call on the field is that it got him in the right foot. And that gives Durbin first base. But let's see if this gets overturned. I mean, it kicked up dirt next to the foot. But I can't tell if it missed the foot altogether or just kicked dirt up onto his shoe.
Now, you mentioned the long ball has been the story of the night. Grant Holmes is pretty good. I mean, he pitched well. He's making mistakes in the middle of the plate to guys. Jackson Chourio being a guy you can't do that against. You know, Jake Bauers is in the major leagues because of his ability to hit for power against right-handed pitchers. So it's another guy you can't make mistakes. That's the fine line you have to walk at this level, is you have to be almost perfect or get lucky with your mistakes. And Grant just didn't get lucky with his mistakes here tonight.
I think this is going to be a call stands. I just saw a replay. Here we go.
The call stands. It was hit by pitch. Atlanta loses its challenge.
All right, call does stand. Yeah, well, there was one angle that was from the dugout side, and it did look like it kicked up the toe of the right shoe. So that goes against the Braves. Worth a look. Use the challenger in the bottom of the seventh. And now it's Joey Ortiz to the plate. Ortiz has singled. He's also scored. He squares, and he pulls back, takes a fastball inside. Olsen and Riley were crashing down the lines in case he got the bunt down. Looking ahead to the top of the eighth, the Braves will have the top of the order due up. So it is imperative that Bummer and whomever else pitches this inning keep the Brewers off the board. Ortiz has not squared yet. Pick off over to first base. Just a little lollipop over there. And Durbin back in with a dive. Durbin 5 of 7 in stolen bases this year. And again, this is the Brewers team that leads the league in stolen bases. Ortiz shows bunt, and that's low and in. Pulled the bat back in time for a curveball to miss low and inside.
Yeah, the bunt makes sense from the Brewers' perspective. Aaron Bummer, one of the best ground ball artists in the league. 60% ground ball rate. That's 96th percentile. So Brewers say, we got to get Durbin to second. Safest way to do it is a bunt. Keeps you out of that double play.
Olsen and Riley ready to crash down the lines. 2-0 pitch. He's not bunting and fouls this off. They're going to say, yeah, foul right there at the plate. Murphy picked it up, hoping that it would be ruled fair. We could gun down and get an out, but that was right on the plate. Folks, did you know the all-time hot sauce leader in RBIs is the original Louisiana brand hot sauce? It's like a double play for your mouth. That's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some. 3-1 Brewers, bottom of the seventh. Aaron Bummer faced two batters last inning. Ground out and a line out, and he's hit a batter this inning. Runner goes 2-1. Ground ball out to first and under the glove of Olsen, lunging to his right. Down the right field line. Over to third base, Durbin, and he'll hold there. And Ortiz is aboard there at the corners. It will be a base hit, and what the toughest part for that one was for Olsen. He's holding on the runner, so he's in. By the time he lunges right, that ball's by him.
Darn it. I mean, Matt's been so good over there at first base. I mentioned the possibility of double play there with the runner going. Unlikely, but all right, you got to do some good relief pitching here to get out of this.
Infield is in. Back to the top of the order to Bryce Terang. He's 0 for 3, and he takes a curveball outside. All Terang has done tonight is fan the ballpark with 3 strikeouts, but a chance to change his night right here with a base hit. Brewers looking to add on to their 2-run lead. Runner at first goes, pitch on the way. There's a ball. And Murphy pops up, fakes a throw down to second, no throw. Stolen base for Ortiz, and they're at second and third. So now a 2-0 count on Terang. Lefty-lefty matchup. Bummer and Terang. 2-0 pitch. And a called strike, used a curveball, find the zone, and a 2-1 count on Terang. Southpaw Bummer comes set. 2-1 fouled back into the screen. Boy, he could use a strikeout right here. Two. Mow it outside with a sweeper. Well, given Terang's inability to lay off those pitches, we've seen him strike out 3 times. Even though it's a 3-2 count, you probably go right back there with that sweeper, don't you?
I think so. That's Aaron's best swing and miss pitch.
3-2. In the air foul. Went with a curveball away. Either way, breaking ball away is the play. That's where the Braves have had success versus Terang. Again, the 3-2. Up and in with a sinker, nowhere near. So he walks Terang. And that loads the bases with no one out. And here comes Snit, and he's got the hook with him. And he'll be going to Ruiz. Braves making the Pennington Grass Seed call to the game. If you're looking to transform your lawn this year, turn to Pennington Grass Seed, the official partner of the Atlanta Braves grounds crew. Pennington Grass Seed, rooted in Braves country. It's a 3-1 lead for the Brewers.
For 30 years, Renewal by Andersen has been the MVP for replacement windows and doors. They're proud to celebrate their 30th anniversary this month, taking care of Florida homes like yours. And that's why they're celebrating you with Renewal by Andersen's 30-year anniversary sale. All month, buy one, get one 30% off replacement windows and doors. Upgrade your home with 5X frames, custom made for a perfect fit, no gaps, no fading, and made right here in the USA. Book your free design consultation today at bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen. Superior products, exceptional service. Number CGC 1527613. Restrictions apply.
If you've been in a big truck accident, you need a lawyer that specializes in big trucks. A lawyer who knows all the federal traffic rules that can affect your case.
And who can navigate the complex web of laws dealing with the trucking company, the leasing company, the shipper, and all the other details that can complicate your case.
At Farah & Farah, we've seen it all, and we're ready to go the long haul to fight for you. Tampa.
A spring evening is the ideal time to invite some friends over.
This broadcast of the Atlanta Braves is brought to you by Cortland. Visit Cortland.com to find your new apartment or one of our next-level communities. Go Braves!
Stream Braves baseball in crystal clear HD on the Fan app. Now with Apple CarPlay, so you can get it directly through your dashboard. Download the Fan app now.
Bottom of the 7th, Brewers 3, Braves 1. Aaron Bummer entered the game in the bottom of the 6th, recording 2 outs. Here in the 7th, not able to record a single out. Hit by pitch, single, and a walk leaves the bases juiced. For a new Brave, Jose Ruiz, 30-year-old right-hander. We got him from Philadelphia. He's made 16 appearances with them this year, sporting an unsightly 8.16 ERA. Now, his expected ERA quite a bit lower, 4.62. Going to have to be good here against a tough righty in Jackson Chourio.
Well, Ruiz probably experiencing deja vu right here. Bases are loaded, no one out. Pitch on the way to Chourio, and he misses up and in. Darren just mentioned that the Braves got Ruiz from the Phillies off of waivers. His final appearance as a Philly was against the Brewers, and he gave up 5 runs on 5 hits in 1 inning. 1-0 pitch. Swung on, missed. Got a fastball by him at 96. Also in that game, he gave up a home run to this man, Jackson Chourio.
Oh, boy.
Here's the 1-1. Missed in tight with a fastball. Chourio took him deep on a 3-run home run on May 31st. 2-1 pitch. And he fouls one back. Just missed that fastball away. Chourio, with the bases loaded in his career, batting .474 with 2 grand slams. And I wish I had metrics that made you feel better about the situation. They just don't exist.
Yeah, this is a sticky situation. Bases loaded, no outs. This guy in the box.
Brewers leading 3-1. Bases loaded, no one out. Ruiz comes set right of the belly. And the 2-2. And he missed low with a changeup. So it's got to be his best pitch right here. Ruiz ready to bring it. And the 3-2. Swung on, popped up towards foul territory, out of the field of play, and into the second deck of the stadium.
Yeah, it's a good fastball to live arm. It's about 96. Looks like it has a little bit of cut action. His favorite off-speed pitches are his curveball and his changeup.
His 3-2. Swung on, missed, got him with a curveball. So he strikes out Chourio. There's step 1. Infield will remain in for William Contreras. This is one of the last guys you want to see in this situation, especially if you're the Braves. Contreras tonight is 1 for 2 with a double, a walk, and a strikeout. But in his career against his former team, he's put up big numbers. A Brewer at every base on the pitch to Contreras misses high. Contreras batting .308 with 10 extra base hits and 14 RBIs in 13 career games against his former team. 1-0 pitch. And he missed low with a changeup. Infield was in, now back, hoping to turn 2. Righty-righty matchup on the 2-0 pitch on the way from Ruiz. And he missed outside 3-0. Contreras has only hit into 2 double plays this year. And he's way ahead, 3 balls, no strikes. They have got Terang at first, Ortiz at second, Durbin is at third. And the 3-0 pitch. And there's a strike right down the middle with a sinker. Contreras steadies the bat high over the top of his helmet. Ruiz to the plate. And he missed inside with a sinker for ball 4. And it's 4-1 Brewers as they get an easy run on the bases loaded walk. That run charged to Bummer. Down to second base for Terang, to third base Ortiz, and Durbin scores. He was hit by a pitch to start the inning. Here's Bowers. First pitch he sees is a ball high. Here comes Rick Kranitz. He comes jogging out of the Braves dugout, trying to get some time for his pitcher, slow things down. Braves have, looks like Dylan Dodd out there tossing in the bullpen. Yeah. It is Dodd.
Yeah, you know, this is not an excuse, but Ruiz has not pitched in 11 days. So that's a long time for a guy to go without towing the mound in a major league game.
And then right into a sticky situation.
Yeah, what a situation. Welcome to the team. Bases loaded, no outs. And, you know, in this situation, 1 down, as a pitcher, I'm thinking ground ball. Unfortunately, he's not a big ground ball guy. Doesn't have any pitches with a negative launch angle on him. But if he has a pitch that he's confident in, he can throw in the bottom of the zone. Now's the time to take that chance.
It's 4-1 Brewers. Ruiz out there talking to himself, trying to figure something out versus Jake Bowers. Righty brings it, and Bowers takes a called strike. Pretty good curve at the bottom of the zone. Brewers trying to rip this thing wide open as they've got him loaded with one down. 1-1 to Bowers. Missed low. Tried the curve and missed there. This right-hander just looking for something that'll work. Braves around the infield hoping for a ground ball to turn 2 and get out of this mess. 2-1 to the plate. Fouled back. Well, we're learning a lot about Ruiz. First time that we've seen him. And if we're learning a lot, imagine what it's like for Sean Murphy. He's down there catching him, trying to navigate his pitcher through this situation. 2-2 pitch and a good changeup, swung on and missed for strike 3.
Boy, that was a pretty pitch. 89-mile-an-hour changeup down and away, perfectly executed. That one's got to feel good. By far his best pitch of the inning.
So now 2 down for Rhys Hoskins. 0 for 3 tonight, 0 for 7 in the series. And Ruiz goes to work. And a ball low, good stop on the curveball in the dirt by Murphy. I think about the situation for Murphy or any catcher in this situation, and of course he might have caught him in the bullpen or something like that, but a lot of what they're doing, they're doing on the fly, working together.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a quick introduction. It's like a speed dating scenario.
1-0 to Hoskins. In the dirt, another good stop by Murphy. Because not only are you working with him for the first time, you're working with him with the game on the line in a critical situation.
And even if he did catch him in the bullpen, this stuff is, it's another level than he would see down in the bullpen. Just even that curveball he spiked.
Right.
Sean knowing how it's going to react when it hits the dirt. He's kind of flying blind.
2-0 to Hoskins. And he takes a called strike. Like you're trying to land a damaged plane with a brand new co-pilot. Already 1 run across here in the bottom of the 7th. Bases loaded, 2 down, and the 2-1 pitch on the way from Ruiz to Hoskins. And he swings and hits a high fly ball to center. Michael Harris, Ronald Acuna coming together in right center field. Michael's got it with a 2-handed grab. And that ends the bottom of the 7th. Could have been a lot worse. Brewers pick up a run. And as we go to the top of the 8th inning, it's the Brewers 4 and the Braves 1.
For 30 years, Renewal by Andersen has been the MVP for replacement windows and doors. They're proud to celebrate their 30th anniversary this month, taking care of Florida homes like yours. And that's why they're celebrating you with Renewal by Andersen's 30-year anniversary sale. All month, buy one, get one 30% off replacement windows and doors. Upgrade your home with Firex frames, custom made for a perfect fit, no gaps, no fading, and made right here in the USA. Book your free design consultation today at bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen. Superior products, exceptional service. Number CGC 1527613. Restrictions apply.
If you've been in a big truck accident, you need a lawyer that specializes in big trucks. A lawyer who knows all the federal traffic rules that can affect your case.
And who can navigate the complex web of laws dealing with the trucking company, the leasing company, the shipper, and all the other details that can complicate your case.
At Farah & Farah, we've seen it all, and we're ready to go the long haul to fight for you. Tampa.
A spring evening is the ideal time to invite some friends over, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and get outside. Because when the outdoors calls, it's good to have exhilarating ice-cold refreshment to answer.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the Dew.
You're an essential piece of the club's puzzle, Cancer, and your teammates think of you as the glue that holds everyone together. You're going to be looked upon as a
The top of the 8th, Braves running out of opportunities and trailing the Brewers 4-1. Good news is it will be the top of the order due up. And furthermore, the 8th inning statistically has been the best offensive inning this year for the Braves. We need some more of that right here against the right-hander Uribe. And now Ronald Acuna. Going to head back to the dugout.
Got the wrong bat.
Okay. He gets a different stick. Hopefully this one's got a hit or two in it. Been a good night for Ronald. 3 for 3, 3 singles. He's been doing his part. Now trying to get on base and pace the inning against this thin right-hander Uribe. Lean righty, set right at the belt. First pitch to Acuna. Had a slider over for a called strike. Fouled back into the screen. It's Acuna, Riley, and Olsen here in the 8th for the Braves. They've out-hit the Brewers 7-6, but trailing 4-1. Uribe ready. Here it comes. And Acuna bounces one past the mound, out to second, scooped up by Terang, and he throws over to first base for the out. That's the first time Ronald's gone up the middle where it didn't escape into the outfield. He had the right idea. Sounded like he cracked his bat on it, too.
Yeah, we talked about Uribe, 99 to 100 with the fastball, so you get in the box and you're geared up for that. His slider, batter's hitting only 167 against it. 31 out of his 41 strikeouts have come on that pitch, so that's how he's trying to get you out.
Climbing in Austin Riley. First pitch he sees outside. An adjustment by Uribe. He doesn't seem to be quite as fidgety and bouncing his hips back and forth like he was an inning ago. He looked like he was impersonating Shakira last inning. Seemed to be a lot more stable here in the 8th. There's the 1-0 pitch. Riley takes a big hack and a miss at a 100-mile-an-hour sinker at the bottom of the zone.
Yeah, that's not really fair. That thing just, the bottom dropped out of it at 100 miles an hour.
One to Riley. Up and in. Spun him out of there with a slider. Two on pitch. Riley cuts it loose, missed the slider there. Count even 2-2. Looking for a rally, trying to get something started. The Braves have scored 1 run tonight. That was back in the 5th inning. Came on a base hit by Ronald Acuna. 2-2 to Riley. A little swing and miss at a slider for strike 3. So 2 up and 2 down here in the 8th. These pitchers for the Brewers have really found another gear here lately. I mentioned that RBI single by Acuna in the 5th inning. That's 9 in a row sat down by Brewers pitchers since that base hit by Acuna in the 5th. So they have solved the Braves here late. Meanwhile, William Contreras walks to the mound, drapes his left arm over the shoulders of his pitcher Uribe.
Well, I hope Contreras brushed his teeth today. Otherwise, I would not want to be that close to another person. I mean, he's up in his grill. He's breathing my air. Get out of my face, man.
It was in his intimate zone. I mean, he went out there, threw his arm around him. Then he was just a few inches from his nose. Gave him a big pat on the chest. And back down behind the plate for Contreras. 2 down, top of the 8th. And Olsen fouls one off the inside of his foot.
Boy, that slider is nasty. It's kind of a sweeper. It's a lot of horizontal movement. So that's moving in towards Matt. Matt hit it off the bottom inside of his barrel and then off his front leg, it looked like.
Uribe ready to bring the 0-1 pitch. Rares back and fires. Olsen takes a fastball, though. This guy's got really good stuff. That sinker 99. 1-1 on the way from Abner Uribe. Olson bounces one foul down the left field line. Nice play by the ball boy down there. But the Braves down to their final strike here in the top of the 8th. Righty-lefty matchup on the 1-2 pitch. In the air to left field. Collins over to his right. Can't get there. That's down for a base hit. Right up against the line. And that crashes into the sidewall. Having a difficult time with it now, Collins. And he finally gets it in. That'll be a double out of Olson. That bounced by him, and if it had been a faster runner, they might have thought about 3. But it's a double for Olson. And before Marcell Ozuna comes to the plate, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Braves Radio Network.
Every Atlanta Braves game, live on the air and streaming free on the app.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan.
Now it's Ozuna to the plate. Braves down 4-1 in the top of the 8th. Need to get him on base to bring the tying run to the plate. Uribe back to work. And a called strike. Sinker away at 99. I don't know what you're supposed to do with that pitch. It was on the black on the outside corner. Ozuna 0 for 3. Uribe to the plate. Pitch missed outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. It was a nice job by Matt on that pitch away, just serving it down the left field line.
Yeah, that's the right approach against stuff like this. You know, Matt tried to pull that first slider and hit himself. Changed his approach after that.
Ball low and outside. 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, if there's one thing in Matt's game that's improved this year from last year, not only his defense, because that's been amazing, but it's his 2-strike approach. He's done a much better job of cutting his swing down, putting the ball in play, using the left side of the field.
2 balls and a strike. Uribe fires, and Ozuna hits a high fly ball to center. Jackson Churio camps out, looking up into the Milwaukee sky, makes a 2-handed catch. And there's the 3rd out. Braves get a 2-out double, but nothing beyond that. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Brewers 4, Braves 1.
A golf instructor who knows technique can improve an aspiring pro.
For 30 years, Renewal by Andersen has been the MVP for replacement windows and doors. They're proud to celebrate their 30th anniversary this month, taking care of Florida homes like yours. And that's why they're celebrating you with Renewal by Andersen's 30-year anniversary sale. All month, buy one, get one 30% off replacement windows and doors. Upgrade your home with 5X frames, custom made for a perfect fit, no gaps, no fading, and made right here in the USA. Book your free design consultation today at bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen. Superior products, exceptional service. Number CGC 1527613. Restrictions apply.
When you've been in a crash and your mind's racing.
When you've fallen in a store and are blaming yourself.
When you've been hurt at work and you don't know what to do.
Or if you've been the victim of a medical mistake, we've got you.
We've got what it takes to prove a case that the insurance companies can't ignore.
With decades of experience and a track record of winning for our clients.
Farah and Farah, Tampa.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Is lit by the original Louisiana brand hot sauce, the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. Bring the heat.
Hey everybody, Buck Bellew here. When the Braves don't play at 7, join me for the new Buck Bellew Show here on The Fan, 680 and 93.7, home of the Braves.
Bottom of the 8th, Braves trailing the Brewers 4-1. Jose Ruiz worked 1 inning, did a great job, stranded 2 of the inherited base runners. On to relieve him, lefty Dylan Dodd. He has 3 appearances with the big league club this season after 19 in Gwinnett. Had a very interesting last outing we'll talk about in just a second.
Here's his first pitch to Sal Frelick. And a first pitch strike.
His last outing Sunday in San Francisco. Threw 1 pitch, picked the guy off first, called it a night. He got paid to do that.
Here's the 0-1 pitch on the way to Frelick. visits the inside corner with a cutter. Yeah, it was a nice move that he had. And he's on in the Yanmar strikeout the side inning. And for the 0-2 pitch to Frelick, I'll introduce you to our contestant. Still looking for our first winner of the year here in the 66th game of the season. 0-2 to Frelick. Low and outside. If Dodd can strike out the side, our contestant, Keith Mumford, will be the lucky winner of a brand new Yanmar utility terrain vehicle. Enter all season long at braves.com/Yanmar for your chance to win a Yanmar UTV. Here comes the 1-2 pitch on the way to Frelick. Dodd deals. And a little pop-up on the infield. Dodd might catch this. Just back of the mound. He's there. And he makes the catch. You don't see that all that often, but he was the closest man to it by far.
Yes. I love seeing that.
Little P1.
Boy, that's pretty rare. But, yeah, that little excuse me swing on a nice cutter down and away. Dodd making the play.
Trevor McGill now tossing for the Brewers. He's their closer. So no winner in the Yanmar strikeout the side inning. But again, you can enter all season long at braves.com/Yanmar for your chance to win a Yanmar UTV. Isaac Collins pops one up into foul ground on the first base line. That'll also get you entered for a grand prize drawing at the end of the season. Yanmar built together back longer. 4-1 Brewers, bottom of the 8th, alongside Darren O'Day and our producer engineer Jonathan Chadwick. Ben Ingram here with you. And the Brewers trying to win this game and even up the series. They'd give us a rubber game tomorrow. Braves a 7-1 winner last night. 0-1. Swung on miss. Good heater. Fooled Collins there. 0-2 on Isaac Collins. Southpaw Dodd. Set right at the belt. 0-2 pitch, and he missed away with a fastball. One out, bases empty, bottom of the 8th inning. Dodd kicks and fires a 1-2. Oh, it looked like a good pitch. Doesn't get the call from Emil Jimenez. That was a fastball in the outside corner, and looked like it was exactly where Dodd wanted it. So instead of the strikeout, a 2-2 count on Collins. Dodd deals. That'll be fouled back into the screen.
Yeah, scouting report says Dodd has just become a two-pitch guy, a four-seam, which looks like he's got a good one tonight, right about 95, and a cutter, 86. He did throw one pitch earlier, a little bit slower, 79, registered as a slider, too.
Again, the 2-2 from the lefty, and he struck him out swinging. 95-mile-an-hour fastball. 2 down here in the 8th inning. Final from Philly, it's the Cubs over the Phillies 8-4. Marlins beat the Pirates 3-2. And the Mets have just walked it off against the Nationals in the bottom of the 10th. As the Mets win 5-4 over Washington. 2 down for Caleb Durbin. And he'll take a ball low and inside. That'll send the Mets to 19 games over 500 at 43-24 and give them a 5-game lead over the Phillies in the East. 1-0 check swing. Didn't go after the cutter. 2 balls, no strikes. In the 9th, the Braves will have Harris, Albies, and Murphy due up. Currently trailing 4-1. There's a good pitch. Got a cutter over. 2-1. Well, if you're a guy like Dodd in this bullpen for the Braves, if you hit a hot stretch for 2-3 games, you could really see your workload increase. Get some more high leverage situations. 2-1 to bounce to third. Riley spears it on the second hop, and his throw across the diamond is a good one. So down go the Brewers in order for just the second time of the game, and the Brewers will take the field in the 9th inning looking for a victory. Final chance for the Braves. They're trailing 4-1 at the end of 8.
For 30 years, Renewal by Andersen has been the MVP for replacement windows and doors. They're proud to celebrate their 30th anniversary this month, taking care of Florida homes like yours. And that's why they're celebrating you with Renewal by Andersen's 30-year anniversary sale. All month, buy one, get one 30% off replacement windows and doors. Upgrade your home with Firex frames, custom made for a perfect fit, no gaps, no fading, and made right here in the USA. Book your free design consultation today at bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen. Superior products, exceptional service. Number CGC 1527613. Restrictions apply.
If you're in a slip and fall accident, time is not on your side. Stores have video footage that's crucial evidence in your case. You've got to act quickly. Call Farah and Farah so we can preserve it before it disappears. Tampa.
Esta semana solamente visita getepass.com y regístrate para obtener una etiqueta de ePass gratis. Estarás participando para ganar uno de nuestros sorteos diarios de $100 en peajes, desde ahora hasta el 13 de junio. Obtén detalles y reglas del concurso en getepass.com.
Running our small family business, 3 Farm Daughters in North Dakota, isn't easy. We get a lot of help from Amazon. They don't make our homegrown pastas, but they do handle all of our shipping and logistics, which makes a big difference.
Learn more about how Amazon supports small businesses at aboutamazon.com.
If your car's been totaled in a crash, you're entitled to collect what it retails for on the lot. But if insurance companies don't offer what you deserve, we are here to keep them honest. Farah and Farah.
Tampa.
We in the locker room want to send you to a Braves game. This is John Michaels reminding you that a pair of tickets is up for grabs during our 7 o'clock hour every weekday morning on 680 The Fan.
Last call for the Braves here in the top of the 9th. They're trailing the Brewers by 3. Score stands at 4-1. Abner Uribe pitched 2 clean innings for the Brewers after starter Quinn Priester went 6. On to pitch the 9th, Brewers closer Trevor McGill. He's a big old donkey, 6'8", 250. Really high arm angle. So the 98-mile-an-hour fastball is coming out of the rafters. He's had a pretty good season as the Brewers closer, a 2.95 ERA with 12 saves. He did blow his last save opportunity against San Diego on Saturday. Ended up getting the win in that game, but before that, had locked down 11 consecutive save opportunities. His 12 successful saves puts him in 6th place in the National League. I mentioned the 99-mile-an-hour heater from the rafters, also has a curveball in the high 80s. So tough nut to crack here on the mound.
Well, that's a role that he jumped into after the trade of Devin Williams becoming the closer. You mentioned his height and weight, 6'8", 250. And he's the brother of Tylor McGill, pitcher for the Mets. And Tylor is 6'7", about 240. Can you imagine the grocery bill for those boys growing up? Good night. Here's Michael Harris. And there's a call strike. They probably went through a gallon of milk a day.
I'd believe it. Bunch of Eggos and Pop-Tarts. Peanut butter's gone.
I mean, just crushing it. Here's the 0-1 pitch on the way to Michael Harris. They'll swing at the ball in the dirt, 0-2. That's coming your way, by the way. Your 2 boys.
Oh, man. I guarantee you they won't be 6'7" and 6'8", though.
They're going to be tall. I mean, what are you, 6'4"?
6'4", yeah.
There's the 0-2 pitch on the way to Michael Harris, and he'll send one foul.
You know what they do have is these huge heads, Ben. They're pretty top-heavy, so...
like, you know, like the Italian sausage in the sausage race. 0-2 on Michael Harris. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and Harris takes the ball outside.
Their heads are pretty symmetrical, or proportional, I should say. Just having a little fun at their expense. They didn't want to FaceTime with me today, so I'm a little hurt.
I love when you bring them to the ballpark. Jay Chet on the other hand. Here's the 1-2. And he'll swing and miss at a ball in the dirt. That'll be picked up by Contreras. And Harris gives up the at-bat. 1 down here in the 9th inning. There's one other score to pass along your way. The Tigers beat the Orioles 5-3. And that puts the Tigers 20 games over 500 for the first time since 2013.
Wow.
They have turned things around.
Yeah, what a turnaround from that club. There's going to be a lot of clubs around the league looking at how they did that. They went from one of the worst in the league to the best this season.
Here's Ozzy Albies. And the first pitch curveball for a strike. And they still have, according to some, the top minor league system in baseball right now. loaded with prospects. 0-1 on Ozzy Albies. 4-1 Brewers, top of the 9th. Albies takes a ball low, 1-1.
Now, my question with the Tigers is, and we'll get to see this at the end of the season, have the fans started coming yet? Because the attendance was pretty sparse there for a while.
There's the 1-1. There's ball low and outside. I'd imagine they've responded, especially on days where Tarek Skubal pitches. He's the best pitcher on the planet right now.
Yeah, that's a must-see start there when he toes the rubber.
Ozzy awaits the pitch from McGill. 2-1, a little bit north of the strike zone with a 99-mile-an-hour fastball. If the Braves can't come back, they will turn their attention to Spencer Schwellenbach tomorrow and rely on him to pick up the series victory. It'll be Schwellenbach against Chad Patrick tomorrow. That'll be a 2:40 Eastern first pitch, 1:40 here locally in Milwaukee. 3-1 to Ozzy. And he takes a strike, backing out of there with a 99-mile-an-hour fastball bearing down on him. Braves need some base runners. 3-2. And Ozzy goes down looking. Four-seamer, 99 away that touched the outside corner. Not a whole lot you can do with that.
Yeah. Ozzy doesn't take too many looking strikeouts. But that was an exceptional pitch.
2 outs in the top of the 9th. This crowd of 30,028 rising to their feet. Sean Murphy 2 for 3 with a single and a double. And he swings and drives one to deep left. Collins going to go back, and the ballpark will hold it. Collins makes the catch at the warning track. Braves go down 1-2-3 in the 9th. And the Brewers win to even up the series at a game apiece. Well, the Braves in the 9th, no runs, no hits, no errors, none left. Final score, Brewers 4, Braves 1. And unfortunately, the Braves will have to wait to another day to put together back-to-back wins. Back with the totals after this.
Want to hear a sound that's music to your ears? It's this one.
You're a winner!
Because that means you're an instant winner in the Cash 4 444 promotion. For 44 days, 444 Cash 4 players will win $444 right on the spot. Just listen for this prize alert when your ticket prints from the terminal.
You're a winner!
Or look for the prize alert on your ticket to see if you've won. There are 444 winners through July 1st. So play Cash 4 to instantly win an extra $444. Only from the Georgia Lottery. Play responsibly.
A golf instructor who knows technique can improve an aspiring pro's swing. But one who really cares can help transform a career.
For 30 years, Renewal by Andersen has been the MVP for replacement windows and doors. They're proud to celebrate their 30th anniversary this month, taking care of Florida homes like yours. And that's why they're celebrating you with Renewal by Andersen's 30-year anniversary sale. All month, buy one, get one 30% off replacement windows and doors. Upgrade your home with Firex frames, custom made for a perfect fit, no gaps, no fading, and made right here in the USA. Book your free design consultation today at bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen. Superior products, exceptional service. Number CGC 1527613. Restrictions apply.
How do we respond to lowball offers from insurance companies?
With relentless litigation. For the justice you're entitled to after an accident, you know who to call.
Make it a FARA fight. Fair and FARA.
Tampa.
In communities across the country, hourly Amazon employees earn an average of over $22 an hour, with opportunities to grow their career and their paycheck. Learn more at aboutamazon.com.
Let's be real. Learning goes way beyond the classroom. At Florida Virtual School, there's no classroom required to crush core courses with support from teachers that really care. Earn credit from electives the way that works for you. Explore career and technical education that builds real-life skills. Excel in AP courses that give you a head start on college. And learn new languages that make other countries feel a little closer. See how online learning can change everything at flvs.net/no classroom required.
Welcome to Lazy Days. For nearly 50 years, we have been there for you, helping people turn RV dreams into destinations. Today, Lazy Days RV is here for you, with state-of-the-art dealerships, dedicated people, and popular brands. And no matter where the road takes you, Lazy Days will be here for you with RV service centers all across the nation. We are Lazy Days, here for you.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say.